Okay, I see people. People are coming in. I wait to talk till people come in. Hi, Maryland. How is everyone? One. How is one on here? Hi, you guys. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi. All right. Oh, somebody got deleted from the Google moderation team. Who knew that Google was on here moderating? I did not. I'm losing my mind. I hope not, Christina. My mind's gone. Yeah, I heard there was a new moon. I should know this. I can't even find didn't even pay attention. Yeah, it was Saturday, I believe. Oh, Belfast. That sounds fun. Oh my God. Right when I said, where is Sloan? We miss you. Aha, Lena and you. Oh, hi, you guys. Okay, it's cold in Montana. Yeah, it was a new moon in Scorpio. Okay, Cranbrook, that's from my neck of the woods. Australia, okay, everywhere. Ontario, hello from Maple, Ontario. Honestly, I don't know where that is. That's weird. How is everybody? Okay, everybody's good. Pennsylvania, we are finished. Yeah, we are finished with Mars retrograde. I can't find my calendar book to let you know, but we are finished with Mars retrograde. Oregon. Oh my goodness. Somebody wants to kiss me. That's awesome. But we need to wear, can you kiss me through my my whatever? Oh, Connor is 17. How nice. Oh my God. Happy birthday today. What is today? Wait, the 15th. It's the 15th. How cool. How cool. It's a birthday for a 17-year-old. That's awesome. I know it's hard to believe when they're 17. The face diapers. Yeah, San Diego. Yay. Somebody wants to give me a hug. Come on, baby. Give me a hug. Yeah. Oh my God. Ugh. Okay. Seriously, I fell asleep again. I'm narcoleptic now. So, oh my God, New York. I remember it so well growing up in Toronto and running away to New York. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump. Southeast. Okay, moving into Sagittarius. Yeah, that's Keithy's birthday, Sagittarius. Okay, let's see. Oh, my sunglasses, my blue everybody asks why you wear sunglasses. You didn't, but everybody does. Why the hell not? Why the hell? Yes, I'm going to do my astrology classes. I'm cracking myself up because I've been saying that for months, but I have to like sit and do it and I get perfectionistic and it gets weird. So I wanted to show you, who cares? I know about the sunglasses. I care about Connor's birthday though. Let's see, they wouldn't give me a license plate sticker. Okay. Yeah, something about the election. I have no idea. I got what I got. So sue me. I don't know what to say. Okay, so look, Cindy Lou. I love that name, Cindy Lou. That's so cute. Cindy Lou Who, remember? Remember Cindy Lou Who? Oh my God, Healing Springs 11 puts a bunch of lovey faces. Okay, somebody called me beautiful. I think he won. I know, well, I got what I got, but people are like, and you were wrong. And I'm like, okay. And so who cares? Okay, so look, I want to show you, I have no idea what, oh, I got you. That's so cute. Anyway, this is from Danny D. This is her beautiful card right here. I love the handwriting. I'm going to show you what Danny D sent. I say Danny D. Danny, D-A-N-I, initial D. Okay, I'll teach you. Well, I can't teach you to astro project, but it's pretty simple if you can do it. Okay, so look at this. I got this just before I went to Palm Springs, and I'm terrible at opening stuff. Hold on, look at this. Beautiful. And more beautiful. Everybody wraps their stuff good. I usually throw stuff in an envelope. I'm like lazy about wrapping. Look at this. Can you see it? Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the blue. Literally matches my nail polish. So I'm super, super happy about that. Look, that Danny sent me, which thank you, Danny, so much. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And look at these earrings. Look, these could be for Thanksgiving blue, as opposed to red at Christmas, because I'm wearing blue at Christmas. And can you see them? Okay, look at the little earrings that match the necklace. Isn't that beautiful? Look, I'm going to have to hide these from Lila because she might like them a lot. She might. It's beautiful. That's so beautiful, Danny. Thank you. They are beautiful. Okay, that goes there. I just woke up, so my head's like craziness. And then, of course, because Danny knows that I have some kind of PMS thing going on, she sent me all these chocolates. That's right. I have chocolates. Yes, I do. I have tons of chocolates. And then look at this. This is so cool. I think this is an Australian. I don't really. Oh, no, God. She sent me 50 Australian dollars. I've never seen that before. Look. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if it's beautiful, but I just haven't seen money like this. Isn't that nice? Thank you, Danny. Look. There's like a window here. I know it's cool when you see other country money. There's this guy on the back, whoever he is. And then there's this lady on the front. At least it's not the Queen. Just saying. In Canada, we got to look at the Queen all the time. Ah. Yes, for Sagittarius, for Keithy. Exactly. Beautiful. Yes, so thank you so much, Danny. Thank you. I'm collecting currency now. Hello, I'm collecting currency. No, I've never seen that. Of course, I'm going to save that money for Lila. Lila gets a lot. She's got tons of stuff. And if she's watching this, then she's going to know what she's got. And it's a secret. I can't believe I look fabulous because I just woke up. I slept on my back, though, like this, so I wouldn't get the makeup all over my pillow. I want to show you this. This is from somebody named, okay. This is so great. This is going to help me feel like a kid again. I'm going to tell you why that's so, oh my God, it's so nice. This is so awesome. Okay, so this is from BJ, I guess it's Gross, Gross, and I love the card because I love Billies, okay? Billy Goats. But this is all made from, it's goat milk. See? Look, Billies. Look, you guys, look. Can you see that? It's so cool. Goat milk, soybean, coconut oil, everything in it. Anyway, it's BJ Gross goat milk soap. Feel like a kid again. Get it? Kid. Like little Billies. We used to have a neighborhood goats. Look. Oh my God, smells so good. Can you see the soap? I know. I can't believe it. I'll be in the bath all night. Bye, gotta go. Let's see what her website is. I'm looking. And then this is so cute. This little soap mold with a bee on it. Can you see? I feel like a kid. I know, right? Okay, so it's goatsoap.store. Website, goatsoap.store. Goatsoap.store. And this is bamboo lotus. Oh my God, that smells so beautiful. Hi from the UK. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. So I thank you for that. I know, Goat Soap Store. That's dot store. That's what it says. Goat Store. Oh my God. Goat Soap Store. .store. Goat Soap .store. That's it. And I don't know if she wants me to read her phone number out here, but it's sea salt and I don't even know what that says. Oh my God, such beautiful soaps. I know, they're beautiful. I'm putting them in here. And then look at this. This is Feel Like a Kid. Oh my God. Well, hemp oil. I wonder if it tastes good. I'm kidding. I'm just fucking kidding. Okay, this is for this. I waited to open it right here. This is hemp oil. It's Feel Like a Kid Again lotion bar. Look at that. Ooh, coconut oil, mango, bamboo lotus right there. See, look. I know, it's beautiful. People do such cool things. You guys are cool. You all are very inventive. Feel Like a Kid. Oh my God, dry heel bar. Well, I have, oh my God, you get to a certain age and you wear like sandals and you look down, you're like, I can't look at my hands anymore, but now I'm looking at my feet. I'm like, whose feet are those? Because I'm stepping away from them. This is like Feel Like a Kid Again dry heel bar. Oh, that's so good. Lavender. Let's see what this one's. Oh my God, look. For your heels. I know, the feet. Oh my God, so good. Thank you for that, BJ. And her website again is, let's lock it. Let's say it is goatsoap.store. Goatsoap.store. Okay. You should add me. Why do I not add you on? Why aren't you on Facebook? You're on my Facebook, Sarah, for goodness sakes. Goatsoap.store. Goatsoap.store. Okay, so we did that. So yes, I can talk soul energy, but I got to tell you some other stuff. So what other stuff do I have to tell you? Yeah, we went to Palm Springs. And we climbed up because I'm going to store on tablet. Go on there. Call me Monique if you want, Sarah. Oh, there. Okay, there you go. I'm like, Sarah, you're on my Facebook. But anyway, we went to Palm Springs this weekend. And the first thing, just to get the sad stuff out of the way, I napped. So I'm not a cranky toddler. I need to nap. My Keithy napped too. We like to nap. Me and Keithy. So yeah, got rid of Facebook. I'm trying to get rid of mine, Cindy. I'm trying to get rid of mine. Snowed here in Cranbrook too, but sunny earlier. Yeah, we started, me and David, in the night, and then we went up and there was like 1.5 feet of snow, and it was so great. It was so beautiful. And the trail was packed. I mean, packed with people. Apparently there was a Russian group of people and they were having a hard time. I was laughing because I'm like, well, Russian, the snow and everything, but whatever. And we passed some people that we always see on the trail. So you see some of the same people. We passed them. I mean, we passed them, then they passed up. I met some new friends on the trail. It was cold at the top, but not hiking up it. Like, that doesn't bother me. It's when you get to the top, because you cannot eat inside, because the top... And I miss Maya for this, because we'd be climbing the last hour and Ma'd be like, I'm going to get me some chili cheese fries. And I'd be like, well, I'm dieting, so no, I don't want to burn my calories. Anyway, they're not making the fries anymore, and they're not making the chicken thingy things that they made. So we climbed up the mountain, and you just have to get what they have, like in the cafeteria. They're not cooking, like all the chefs are gone, and you can't sit inside. So you're sweating. I just wore a turtleneck like this, a regular turtleneck, and you can't, yeah, maybe tater tot soap, exactly. And you can't eat inside. So I got this yummy soup, tomato and roasted chicken and vegetable soup and a salad. Of course, I wanted to eat the pizza that David got. I wanted to slap it out of his hand and eat it. But I got to the top and we had to sit outside. So it was like crazy. We literally had to sit outside. It was like 30. And I'm like, I'm too cold, because you can't take the food inside because you can't take off your mask inside. And just 2 weeks ago, Vanessa, David, and I were there, and it was so like we were sweating and we were fine. So I know my the sunflowers growing out of my head. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. But it's so cold at the top. But first, I wanted to, what happens to someone when their soul energy is stolen? I don't know. Let's see if I sent you a Keithy video. Oh, okay. I'll look at it. I probably looked at it, but I can't retain anything. I've just lost my mind recently. So I'm going to start with the sad stuff. Well, not sad stuff. It might not be sad for you guys, but, so one of my friends this week who was helping me, and I'm not going to say specifics of anything, and I don't even know if I should say it, but my friend that I went hiking with, his son passed away on Tuesday, and he was 19. So that was fucking horrible. And then another acquaintance that I worked with, Marina and I did a show with him. His son passed away on Thursday on a motorcycle, a 20-year-old. So that's two of them. I got the calls like 10 hours apart. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so traumatized. It was horrific. So my friend David that took me, when we climbed up and we put Keithy's ashes on the top of San Jacinto. His son just passed away, the oldest, the 19-year-old. So no, not on a bike, separate thing. But then there's David and Dave, and Dave's son passed away on a motorbike, and he was 20. So I do see snakes hiking. So yeah, this week was very hard. And then on Friday, I mean, it's hard. That's not hard for me, but it's hard. Oh my God, Jackie, waiting for birth certificate. Oh, good. Okay, wait. Oh, good. Waiting because I'm a crazy mom that can't remember. Yeah, well, you know, Angie, why you can't remember? I'm Angie. Jesus, Jackie, why you can't remember Angie's time of birth? Because you were pushing a human out of your, very small spot down there. And it kind of, makes your brain crazy. Thank you so much, Jackie. Yeah, no, that'll be good because I'm going to do your video. I just did Johnny Ghosh today, the Johnny Ghosh video. I just did that one, but I may redo it tomorrow because I'm perfectionistic now. And I have no idea what I said because I fell asleep right after. So I have no idea. It's like pushing a watermelon through a lemon. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I know two young men gone this week, and I then had to go to my uncle. It's not my uncle, actually. He's my cousin through marriage, Bobby. So he's my kid's cousin's father. So he's cousin's Larry's brother. We went to his funeral. That was okay because he was, a little bit older, but his family will miss him. A lot. His family will miss him. So the two boys passed away, 19 and 20-year-old, two separate people's families, and then a funeral on Friday. And so I'm like, I went hiking in the middle of the night on Saturday morning. That's why I did that. Oh, do you live by the Johnny Ghosh abduct? Am I saying his name right? Ghosh? Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, David. It's that David. Exactly. Anyway, so I found it really weird that we would be hiking because I never told him what happened to Keith. I just kind of kept it to myself and didn't tell him till we got to the hiking place. And then I was spreading the ashes, but very odd that was at the end of September, and a month and a bit later, his son would pass. So I'm saying prayers for him, but there's nothing I can do really except drag him on big long hikes, torture him with nonsense conversations, and, hope that he doesn't slap me after he's sick of listening to me. Okay, yeah, the disappearances in the national parks, I have no idea. Oh, my necklace, can I ask who? Keith is my son. My son passed away in July 29th of this year. My Keithy, my youngest baby. Okay, this is, I was just thinking about this. I bought this last year at this time for me and Lila. Me and Lila had, this is Moldavite, and then this is a cross that John bought me a long time ago when someone stole the cross that he bought me before that. So, and I feel like I'm only on I hope you're on your last life because I'm not coming back. Yeah, my sign Sagittarius. Yeah, my Keithy was a Sagittarius. Hot kiss. Hot kiss. I can't read that. All the hiking. Yeah, well, I've always hiked, so I've always hiked. Sloan, does every single... No, I don't think we all reincarnate back. And I, again, think that I was abducted from the other side by bad spirits and brought to Earth. So I don't think Earth is a good place. Oh, God, I'm sorry that your son passed. I can't handle it. I just don't... yeah, I can't. Yeah, I need to know when lockdown will end. Well, lockdown should end in the morning for you when you get up and ignore the lockdown. Earth is hell. Earth is really hell. And at this point right now, I'm like, I don't know what to say. Moldavite disappears every time. I have Moldavite and it goes. Oh, God, energetic, scapegoats. Yeah, well, scapegoats are bitches that get bitch slapped night and day, aren't they? No lockdown. Exactly. Yeah, no, losing Keith was, I was just thinking about, I had to actually lie down because my head just got exploded, because I just can't believe he's not here. And if I could say, shungite is really good to stop psychic attacks and to block radiation, anything like from phone, cell towers, anything like that. Shungite is really good psychic. And they use it to, of course, after Keithy passed, his dad looked in his metal water jug. He had a bunch of rocks in the bottom. And his dad was like, what's this? I'm like, oh, it's shungite. Oh, December 17th. Keithy was the 18th. If I could turn, I mean, yeah, shungite. If I could turn back the day, I swear to you, let's see. Yes, I have Apache tears. Exactly. December 21. Okay, so do you believe in the evil eye? Yeah, I believe in evil energy. The evil eye. Do you wear special hiking shoes? I am wearing Sullivan right now. Sullivan. What is it? Cross something 4. And they don't make those anymore. Thank all of you for your super chats, you guys. What do you call them? I don't know, whatever, cross something 4. Of course I'm cracking jokes. Why wouldn't I be cracking jokes? I can't just roll down and die. I just have to pretend to be happy till it is my time to die. So that's my nature, is to do that. Anyway, it's so bad. I know when someone steals a cross, it was my cleaning lady that stole the cross at the time that my friend sent to me and said, no, you can trust her, honestly. And then all of my jewelry got robbed. But no, the bench is not up yet. This is LA where the bench is. So yoga pants takes a while with these bench things. We're not sure. I'm looking up the name of the shoe. I use the Solomon Cross. Do you know that one? I can't remember. It drives me crazy. My brain's gone. Shoes. Let's see. Which ones do I use? Okay. Yeah, if I were to say it again, okay, women's shoes. I'll tell you which ones they are, but they don't make the 4s anymore. They make the 5s, but the 5s run big. Cross-dressing shoes. I don't know about the cross-dressing because I just hike in women's shoes, but no, it's not. Speed cross, speed cross, and there's speed cross 4s, the ones that I like that fit, but they don't make those anymore. They look, and they don't. These are the ones. They've got these great things on the bottom. They're not necessarily good for running. But they're good for climbing up rocks. I didn't slip at all in the snow, which, whatever, people put their micro spikes on. Oh, your son is December 16th. Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened to my Mac Miller video. YouTube just fucking thinks they can take shit down. What could I tell you? Your brain is not gone. Yeah, I'm like, But yeah, when I was thinking of Keithy, I have to lie down sometimes. So when I lie down, Baby Jack is good. Yes, I do like them. I've been wearing them. Yeah, I do like the number 4. I don't like the number 5. They're too big. But Baby Jack is good. Oh, a baby girl is December 22nd. Yeah, Baby Jack is good. I mean, he's healing. He's running with the other dogs. He's limping a little bit, but he's doing pretty good. So we're glad about that. Lila's got him on a tight leash. That's Lila. She's going to watch Baby Jack like a hawk. Lockdowns forever. No, I mean, if we allow, what have you heard of Amy Lynn Bradley case? No, I haven't. I haven't. If we allow, continued lockdown, okay, if we allow this, then we're allowing this. And no matter what, we get a chance. I know, I don't know where it went. They took my intro video away too. Whatever. I mean, like, who are these people? Oh, I just threw the cards on the floor. Who are these people? Animals have spirits. Of course they have spirits. Why would animals not have spirits? Yeah, I think it's a bioweapon, isn't it? I really think it's a bioweapon. Honest to God, I think it's a bioweapon. I don't know why we're listening to people. I don't recall asking anyone in government to tell me what to do. I don't understand. I can't. It doesn't work. Now, the only time that I really comply is when I have to go down, when I have to go down the tram and I'm not walking like 20 miles back down because it's just too tedious and I'm not doing it and I won't do it and I'm not gonna do it. So from that perspective on, I'm gonna do what they say to get on that bloody tram. So there, but let's see, this is, I know it's very interesting where, yeah, I know, weed masks, right? Vape masks. Yeah, I know it's, you know what, I'm okay because the way that I think everything is going, see, we say we're not having the sticky needle thing in the arm, but people are actually going to have to fight. So when you want to travel and they say, do you have your paperwork? Just like, are you a Jew? Do you have your mark? Are you circumcised? Okay. Which is why I never circumcised my boys. I got yelled at all the time. They're like, why didn't you circumcise them? I'm like, because number one, it's not religious in our family. And number two, I'm not doing anything like that to my fucking child, period. So you're going to have to stand up. Everywhere you go, you are going to have to say, no, I'm not doing this. It doesn't work for me. But people say they'll fight, but they still have face coverings on like Middle Eastern women. So they don't fight. Nobody's fighting. People don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to rock the boat. I do what I'm told. Do you know I had a family member tell me, this was, I mean, I don't even know what to say to this, but tell me that Canadians were good because we're Canadian, because fucking Americans don't do what they're told. And I said, first of all, I'm not like American. I'm Canadian by birth and American by life. Okay, by living. So I'm both. And I was like, well, if everybody did what they were told, then we have Nazi Germany, right? That's what happened. Hitler said this. He put the propaganda on the TV. And the people listened to him. They did what they were told. The SS officer said, I followed orders. It was my job. Well, that's a poor excuse for a human being if you cannot decide and discern your own moral compass in how you're going to do that. It's terrible. I don't understand. So, yeah, I know you won't take it. I'm not going to either. But when you fight against them, they're going to make you crazy. So you're going to understand they're going to punish us in every way they can. They're going to take away our way to earn money. They're going to take our way to travel. They're going to take all kinds of things away. Okay. They're going to take everything away. And that's how they control. And then those sycophants and government followers and, I'm sorry, people who follow rules. Not that you should go whipping through red stop signs and bullshit like that. I'm talking literally, like if somebody says you need to put the baby kittens to sleep, like if it's not what you want to do, then don't do it. Don't do it. Like, don't do it. I mean, don't. Well, you're not going to make money. You're not going to get your paycheck if you don't put those baby kittens to sleep. Well, I don't want to put the baby kittens to sleep, so I'm going to have to take a stand. If you don't take a stand, then you're just going to find out. You're like cattle, and cattle get sent to the slaughterhouse, and those cute little cattle with their big eyes, the cute little cow eyes and their babies and everything, Yeah, well, you say God is in control, but not on earth. This is not God's territory down here. Good try. If it was God's territory, 99% of the stuff that we live with day to day wouldn't be happening. This is not God's territory down here. We have free will, and man saves himself. I mean, I don't know much about the Bible, but I do know that, instead of giving people, quote, welfare, you teach them how to make money to buy their own stuff, right? I mean, that's kind of what you should be doing. We shouldn't just be handing out. So when you say God does it, God made man. Man must stand up for themselves. Man cannot say, I'm going to stand here while you lock me and chain me. That was, whatever. And God will save me. No, you have to save yourself. You have to make an effort for yourself. That's part of it. Well, God helps you in the long run on a soul level, but you're in human form. So where do human beings go? They go to the devil's playground. They go to Vegas, baby. That's where they go. They go to Vegas. Yeah, I know what they want. They want blind obedience without thought. And I'm sorry. And when I tell people, I have these asshole people I know, assholes, okay, that I know in my personal life. I'm going to say it again, who've been in my house, had dinner, know my family since before I knew my family that I married into. And they constantly ask, what have you got against the diapers? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it. And do not tell me I'm selfish if I don't do something for you. You are responsible for yourself. I am responsible for myself, right? So we are responsible for our own health. Now, that's not to say that people don't get sick. I heard from a friend of mine today. I'm not going to say his name. Anyway, he got pneumonia, but it wasn't the virus. He got pneumonia, but then they said it might be the virus. So how and where does regular pneumonia fit on the scale of watching the elephant in the mask? Exactly. Where does regular pneumonia, regular flu, regular everything go, right? Where does it go when it's only one illness that we're hearing about? Where does it go? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But right, I know where it goes, but energetically, where does it go? Like, why are people not questioning that? If cavities disappeared from our vocabulary, nobody has cavities, everybody has rashes. Wouldn't you ask? Well, up until 2020, everybody went to the dentist and people got cavities. How come it's rashes now? Wouldn't you ask? I don't know. I would ask. I would ask. Yes, of course I believe in Jesus. Why would I tell you guys that? Just because I'm psychic doesn't mean that I don't believe in Jesus. Yes, I believe in Jesus. And as I said, my background growing up was growing up in a home void of religion. There was no religion talked about in our home. I mean, it was talked about, if anything, peripherally. Nobody was going to church. Nobody was Bible blathering, nothing like that. I came to this on my own conclusion as a young kid, by myself. I knew there was a God. I just heard it. I knew it. And that's it. You have to be self-sufficient. I don't watch the news. Yeah, no, I don't watch the news. Absolutely. Haven't watched it in years. Yeah, I don't do that. But let's see. Yeah, we kind of are. That's what Hitler did in World War II. There's a really good movie. Oh my God, what is it called? The little boy in the movie, it's a couple of years old movie. Who are the three wise men? Do you know? No, not personally, I don't know. They're probably aliens. I mean, just saying. Anyway, there's a movie and it's set in Germany during World War II. And it's got a picture of a little boy in striped pajamas on the front. Maybe you guys know the name of that movie. Anyway, the movie, the little boy in the concentration camp who's Jewish, obviously, and the little boy that comes from a German SS officer make friends through the fence. Okay. And yeah, that movie, they make friends through the fence. And on the TV all night long, you can see in the house is this propaganda about, is it Life is Beautiful? Okay. Yeah. It's a horror. I couldn't stand that movie. But the mother, the wife, like she brings tea to her husband or drinks or whatever it is. And the Nazi officers shut the door and they're in their shenanigans in the other room, with their cigars and their highfalutin this and their highfalutin that. Meanwhile, the people in the concentration camp right down from the house are starving and freezing and whatever. And her little boy, they turn the TV on and the TV is all what they want it to be, right? Whatever the propaganda is at that time. Her little boy, the German little boy, yeah, the boy in the striped pajamas. There you go, the boy in the striped pajamas. I'm like, with the boy in the striped pajamas. Anyway, the little boy, the German boy, not the Jewish boy, but the German boy who has freedom to come and go, sneaks out and becomes friends with the little Jewish boy that's in the concentration camp. So the little Jewish boy and him become friends, and the little German boy crawls under the fence and goes to play with the little Jewish boy. So when he's inside of there, they assume he's a little Jewish boy, and he gets gassed, and the gas chamber goes, or whatever, the ashes float up into the air as they're burning everybody, and the mother's like, oh my God, my kid died there. Well, lady, the kids that you're killing that your husband's okay with are other people's children. You can't have it your way where it's your kid and not their kid being as important to them as yours is to you. We are so ignorant as people, so ignorant. Well, that woman, she turned her back to her husband, but here's the thing, none of them question anything like we're not doing now. We're not questioning. Why would we listen to this? Who said that a certain group of people, 10, 20, 10,000, have rights over the rest of us? Ooh, Palm Springs. I know, it was so beautiful. Why don't people question that? What is this? Like, I mean, y'all are educated, not you, but the people I argue with on my page, these are school teachers and people making, over 100 grand a year, and they're still blathering about, well, why won't you wear, a dinner serviette over your face? I'm like, yeah, please. Why not? And they don't like it. They just don't like it. They don't like it. And they want you to do it because it's easier for them to accept. I'm sure global warming happens, of course. I would assume that the planet's temperature changes. Hell, my temperature changes. I just went from freezing to hot to freezing to hot. So I don't know, as I'm gulping, I don't know. I don't know why we just, like, I don't know. I mean, I know as a mother, when my kids ignored me and I just needed to get them to school on time, I'd be like, do what you're fucking told, I would get super pissed off at them. But that's because I had an agenda to get where I was going. So I was mad at them, but they're not wrong to question it. It doesn't make them bad people. I could not believe my relative, who's an adult woman, said, we do what we're told. That blew my mind. Why would you do what you're told? Are you in bondage to whom? Whom are you in bondage to? I was like, what? Let's see. I have not worn. Oh, good for you, Connie F. Good for you. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I can't understand it. Ooh, Holland just woke up. I'm California and just woke up in Holland. I love Holland because Holland has all of those beautiful tulips. My absolute favorite flower in the world is tulips because I named my cat Tulip. So it's kind of funny, but yeah, I have people, my friend just ran rim to rim to rim to 55 miles or whatever it is, one side of the Grand Canyon to the other and back. Like 5 of them did it, but it's, my favorite flower is tulip. That's why I named Tulip, because tulip, get it? I have no idea. I have no idea why we don't question things. Like, even we're all so polite. We've been indoctrinated into thinking, thank you for that. Oh my God. Yeah, I've got your angel wing painting over there. Right. There it is. Wait. Right there. Thank you for that. It's beautiful. Wait, let's see who sent it. I think I said it on that day. Annette. Yes, I love it. It's right over there, Annette. It's beautiful. It's right there. Right there. I'd get up if I wasn't so chubby. I ate so much yesterday. Like this after I went hiking. That's the movie. Yeah, it's weird. It blew my mind that people live under the authority of other people, because ultimately at the end of the day, I love it. It's right there. That's why it's on the set. That's why it's there. But what I wanted to say is at the end of one's life, I got the jelly beans. Thanks for that. I ate a shit ton of jelly beans. Now I think all my teeth are falling out. All my teeth. Oh, there's Ashley. Cute Ashley. Oh my God. Yoga Ashley. I'll just say Yoga Ashley. It's just better to say that. I know the flu is the flu is the flu. A fly is a fly is a fly. A jelly bean is a jelly bean is a jelly bean. I never met one I didn't like. No, it's at the end of your life. Let's just say you were in World War II. Let's say you were in World War II, right? You're in World War II. You have a choice to either do what the general commander says of your country, or if it goes against who you are, but you're greedy and you need a paycheck, you got to weigh these choices. And at the end of your life, I needed a paycheck is not going to cut it, right? It's BS, exactly. So it's not going to cut it. So when you do that, but yeah, There you go. Thank you, Keith, in the bathroom. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? Yeah, he's doing it again. Down. I know. No, I'm sitting here. No one's in here but me. And if I turn, you can see, I'm going to turn it around. It's a mess. Please excuse the mess. Anyway, it's down there. The bathroom's down there, and Keithy did it again. He loves it. No, you heard that, right? That's, it comes down. It doesn't come, I know, I'm just sitting here. I know. Except it's my Keithy, so I'm not worried. Deanna and I came in the other night, and the daisy was on the floor. That's like the second time it's happened. So the daisy is under my weights, the big daisy that was at Keithy's service, and suddenly it was in the middle of my floor falling over. So that's happened like 3 times so far. So he loves to fuck my bathroom shampoo up. Whatever, the whole thing, it falls down. So there you go. I know it's loud. That's why I'm saying it happens in the middle of the night. It happens, whatever. No, Keith did not. No, he was funny. Keithy went, before he died, he went into 7-Eleven by our house, and he pushed over my, my shampoo holder, my, where I put my shampoo and stuff. I have 3 of them in there, and each time it's a different one that gets ripped off the wall. They're on the wall, and I check them when I shower. So I showered earlier. I check them to see if they're even loose, and they're not loose. And then suddenly they'll come crashing down for no reason. Sometimes I'm talking to him about him on the phone, about, his case or whatever, and it just comes down. So I know it's him. Or he likes to knock the hairdresser off the toilet seat, but it's a hair dryer he gave me. Yeah, it is the ghosts. But here's what I was going to say. I was going to say something. Oh yeah. At the 7-Eleven, Keithy walked in, and he didn't have his face covering on. And I think he wanted like, a protein cookie and something else. And the guy was like, you just heard that. Did you just hear that one? That just was thrown down. I think that was the hairdryer. Okay, Keith, I hear you. You heard that, right? I'm doing nothing. That's happening after. I swear to God, I'm sitting right here. That was my hairdryer that time. I heard that one. He worked for a beauty company, and he packaged up all their, I can't now think of the name of the company, but he got a discount on all of their cool stuff. I know I jumped because I expect one thing to fall down, but not 2. Anyway, he gave me a hairdryer from that company, and they were expensive. Like, they would sell them to the hairdressers for like $200. And so he brought one home for me for Christmas. And then, a year later, he's like, because he stopped working there, he's like, I really like that hairdryer. And I'm like, that's too bad. I'm so glad I didn't give it back to him, or Jason would be using it, because it would be in their bathroom. Yeah, he does the electrical. Oh, the whole time I'm hiking, it says there's motion detected in the studio, and we're looking at the camera, and we're like, what motion? Like, it goes off every hour, every half hour. It's like, yeah, exactly. He's still an athlete, but he's in there. I said hairdryer, and he did it, so I know he can hear me. Yeah, okay, there you go. You messaged me about that. No, you heard it. I swear to God, I'm going to turn you around again. There's nobody in here. There it is. There's all my hiking clothes all over the chair. See? There. You're looking at the messy studio with everything, but you look this way, so it's okay. No, I came in from hiking and had laundry in the back of my car, so I brought the laundry in, and I don't even know. Yeah, it's in the bathroom. It's in the bathroom. That's there's a little bathroom in the corner, and it's a little teeny bathroom, and you heard that. So, yeah, that's Keithy, and I'm glad Keithy's here. Love my Keithy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm connecting with him. He's doing these little things. So I'm like, that's what he's doing. Yeah, I would like him. I haven't seen him, but I hope I dream of him soon. Yeah, he likes it when I do this. I wanted him always to be on my show, so now he's on my show, I suspect. But no, what I was saying is, when you come to the end of your life and you make a choice about what it is what you did, and you cross over, I don't think, well, I had to feed my family, so I murdered a bunch of people in World War II because some nut job told me to do it. I don't think that flies. I think there is a responsibility for that, or there's a lesson learned in that, but you can't just do that. And if we don't stand up for ourselves, I mean, if you let a bully at school tell you you have to wear a red shirt to school, wear a red shirt, wear a red shirt, wear a red shirt, and so everybody's wearing a red shirt, right? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Um, I like if you're all wearing red shirts, I don't want to wear a red shirt. Why should I wear a red shirt? Because, you know, there's you people tell me to wear one. So we are being controlled. We are not allowed to. What was your message from Keith? No, just that he's around. I just said he needs to show me, and now he's showing me. So that's so good. I fell asleep. I was so sad he wasn't here this afternoon. I fell asleep, and I'm tired from hiking. Exactly. And I'm traumatized from everybody's children passing away this week that called me to tell me that their beautiful sons passed away. So it was very hard. Yeah, so that was hard. Why? Well, because when you cover okay, first of all, when you're covered, do you remember going skiing as a kid? Do you remember going skiing as a kid and you wear those face masks and the eyes? Oh, thank you, Ashley, for that. Do you remember the face masks and the things that covered your, look at the sweat on I'm literally now I'm sweating. The face masks, and then you wore like the hoodies, and then you had to put on your leggings and your freaking snow pants, and they had suspenders, right? And goggles and all that crap, like you were like weighed down. So you can't really be yourself. We are spirit beings. When we die, we die. I know. Oh my God. And this is a message to you trolls out there. Yeah, I know. 2 of sons. One, the motorcycle accident was in, I think I know I'm pushing the GoFundMes. I don't think David has a GoFundMe, but I think Dave has a GoFundMe. I'm going to find his page. His son died in Saugus on a motorcycle. I think it was Saugus, which is in California, and I believe it was Thursday night and or Wednesday night. 20-year-old young man on his motorcycle, and I don't even know what to say. It's just so horrible that I don't know what to say. Terrible. I don't know why I'm not seeing this on his... I don't know. I have to tell you guys what that GoFundMe is on it. Anyway, maybe we can find it. Hold on one second. Maybe we can find it right here. I think I have, let me just do this. Sorry, I just thought about it while anybody's here, because I know that family needs help. It's really expensive to bury somebody. Obviously, we know this. It's expensive, all the stuff. Plus, you can't really work, or you don't really work after it happens. I mean, I didn't work. I'm booking clients on Tuesdays. The first clients I've taken open since Keithy passed, really. I took a couple that I was behind on, but I haven't really. Now, where the heck? I love when I'm looking for something and I cannot find it. So I will tell you the last name. Maybe we can look it up by this. Here we are. So it's this one. It was November 12th. It's this one right here in, Santa Clarita Man. Okay. Let's see. Braden Madden. So it's Braden, and then the last name is Madden. So let's see if we can find that on GoFundMe. I haven't even looked, because I just literally got home. Let's look and see what it is on him. I'm just curious myself. I saw a GoFundMe, but maybe it isn't anymore. But it's terrible. It's kind of a good service, but just to put that out there. I believe David's son was, I don't think they had a GoFundMe for that. I don't see it here. I don't know what it's under. I'll have to look back at that one. I don't see it. Oh, it says 33 results, but I don't even understand what that means because I don't see it. Anyway, these GoFundMes, when I find it out, I'll put it down there. But the things that were too intense, oh my God. Yeah, I know. Lila loves her Keithy. Lila was, I hear, at a sleepover this weekend. So that's exciting for her. Yeah, well, Keith just made a bunch of noise in the bathroom. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think at this point in my life, I'm not 20, so it doesn't. Keithy's rising was my son. He was at 21 degrees Leo rising, and my son is at 21. My rising is 29 Leo, and my moon is 7 or 9. I forget. Oh, happy birthday, Brenda. It's Brenda's birthday, you all. Brush up on your yeah, exactly. It wouldn't hurt anyone to brush up on their constitutional rights. Well, no, I first of all, the Constitution, no Constitution, anything. I'm a human being and I govern myself. I know people don't want to hear that. It's between me and God, and that's really how I feel. So that is how I feel. I know right from wrong. I know that, putting kittens, murdering kittens isn't good. I know these things. I don't drown kittens, but what if someone said you need to drown the kittens? I'm not doing it. And what if they punch me in the face and 70 other people stand up and go, you're selfish, you won't drown the kittens, just drown the kittens? I'm still not going to drown the kittens. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, retrogrades are retrogrades. Let's see, something I forget what you just said about Toronto. Yeah, I just feel like we have to take a stand. Oh, that's what I was going to say about the trolls. Okay, so some woman watched my last live, somebody on here, and she made a point. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to block people that say stupid shit like this. You are entitled to your opinion, but wait. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I know. I don't think you ever get over missing your son passing. I'm sorry. Yeah, and people don't understand it till they have it happen, and it's fucking horrible. Horrible, horrible. But is it horrible? Because we all pass away and we all die. So if we all die, they just died earlier, we would go first. But is it horrible, or are we all here temporarily? So I choose to think of it that way. So anyway, some of the trolls, and especially one bitchy troll on here, said, she's like, you're so angry. Now, what she was referring to is, oh my God, I'm sorry, 2 sisters and a dad. Well, you've had a lot of loss in your family. Yeah, so anyway, she was talking about the live where I did the video about going to the restaurant and them pointing that wild ass thermometer at my forehead as if that's really a signal of having anything. You could be having a hot flash. You could be having your period. Or you could just have been in the car with the heater on and you could be burning up. Just saying. So pointing that thing in your face is obnoxious, number one. It's obnoxious. Just obnoxious. And number two, who gave anybody the right to just do that? And why do we accept it? Okay? Why do we acceptance? Oh, your dentist. Yeah, fuck that guy. You're not going to get my money for my teeth if you tell me stupid shit like that. But no, yeah, I know the trolls are bad, but it was interesting because the troll took my having the argument. I went ballistic when I went outside the restaurant, and then the guy in the crossing guard outfit or whatever tried to tell me to put the, diaper on, and I just walked by him. And so I was saying, who do these people fucking think they are? And I told the woman to shut the fuck up. Well, I meant it. It has nothing to do with Keith dying. So when you write to me that I'm angry and I need to heal, no, I was angry about that before my son passed away. Do not use my son as a way of deterring me from speaking, because it won't work, okay? I know when I'm angry about my son, and I will tell people when I'm angry about that. The person who ran him off the road is a fucktard, okay? That person, the person who won't hand over the camera film, I don't like them. But when I'm talking about the restaurant, it has nothing to do with Keith. It's me going into the restaurant and someone pointing a ridiculous thing like this and then telling me, oh, I understand, but you need to heal. You're so angry. Now, it's interesting because I had a family member say that too. Well, you have a right to be angry. I'm not angry. This is me speaking normally. Like, I'm sorry if you can't handle a hyper personality expressing something. Maybe you're too medicated. Just saying. That's what I think it is, because I know a lot of people think I think they think it's whatever. But I was describing what happened to me on that day. Oh, they make assumptions. Exactly. Yeah, no, I'm not going to, I know, well, no, they go, you should heal because you're angry. And I'm like, I'm angry at what the restaurant did. I'm not angry at anything else. And I can be angry at what the restaurant did. So Yeah, since when I know, right? It's like, and when I say fuck, people are like, oh, you're always swearing. And I'm like, that's right, fuck off. That's right. See, they say outspoken because the good minions follow in line. Like my relative said, we Canadians do what we're told. Why would you do what you're told? What if you were married to a man that told you he wanted to have a threesome with your sister? Would you do what you're told? I don't know, maybe some of you would, but what I'm saying is if it was offensive to you, what would you do that? What if you had a mother that said you need to take diet pills because you're too chubby, but you really only weighed 90 pounds and you were hungry all the time? Would you do what you were told? I don't understand this. Do what you're told. What does do what you're told mean? What does that mean? Why? I'm not your slave. I'm not a 2-year-old. I don't need to do what I'm told. So it was so interesting because it's a lot of well, do what's right for you. There's laws in our society. Oh, I know. Fettuccine said that. I'm using code word here. Fettuccine said that. You just need to do what you're told. Yeah, I'm not going to, and you're not going to talk to me like you're my parent. And my parents were psycho anyway, in the sense that, doing what I was told with them got you nowhere. So yeah, no, I'm not doing it. I'll do what's right for me always in my life, whether you or anybody else likes it. So my point is, if we don't like it as a group of people, whatever it is we don't like, if we don't want them, mowing down the forest to put, what was Jerry Brown? Where is that train, that bullet train of Jerry? Where the hell is Jerry Brown in that bloody bullet train, right? Where's the bullet train, Jerry Brown? Remember that? Do you guys know who Jerry Brown is in Los Angeles? Moonbeam, Governor Moonbeam. You remember that guy? Where the hell is that bullet train? People gave money and money and money and money to that freaking bullet train that was going to go where? To Sacramento. It's like high desert Sacramento. Who exactly needs a bullet train to Sacramento? Is he dead? Did he die? Did Jerry Brown die? Really? But who needs a bullet train to Sacramento? Number one. Number two, they got kickbacks all over the place. And they wanted to put it right through like the Verdugo Mountains. And I'm like, oh, no, not the Verdugos. And people got up and they protested. They picketed. They said no. Oh, Richmond Hill and Woodbury. Okay, there I know where Richmond Hill is. I lived in Thornhill once. Yeah, Richmond Hill, Thornhill, Aurora, Newmarket, King City. Well, King City to the side of Aurora, you know the drill. Now I know where Maple is. Thank you. I never heard of it when I was there, though. Yeah, Jerry Brown's not dead, right? Let's just see. Let's look up Governor Moonbeam. Since we're doing governors, Jerry Brown. Looney Tune. He's born April 7th, 1938. So he was the 34th and 39th governor of California from 75 to 83 and 2011 to 2019. How was that guy the governor? I don't even remember him being governor. Now I've had, look at this guy. Let's see. I don't think he's dead. Oh yeah, then Arnold took over for him. Do you remember Arnold? Do you remember that? Okay, so let's look at Governor Moonbeam just for fun. Okay, I don't know where this picture is, but I feel like I want to smack him in the face. You see this guy? Why do they always look like this? Yeah, and Linda Ronstadt is like 400 pounds now. That's what happened to her. She ate herself out of that relationship. She couldn't bite her arm out of the bed quick enough, so she went to the fridge and just started eating everything, trying to get it out. Where is your femininity? Oh, God, we have a troll. Fuck you. Where's your femininity? Okay, so no, Governor Moonbeam. Do you remember him? I mean, what the heck? And the bullet train that they wanted to rip down everything. The bullet train. Yeah, I know. I just read that. So weird. I don't know what you know what? I never cared for Linda Ronstadt and that I never listened to her music, but where's oh, where's your masculinity, weirdo? I know. It's funny how people have a perception. I realize now the manipulations I fell for in so many different ways, in my life, in my early life, like especially when a man would say to me, you know what I've noticed? Do you know what is she really sick? Oh, that's too bad. Let's look up what disease Linda Ronstadt has. I don't want her to be sick. I just never cared for the music because, why? Not my kind of music. It wasn't headbanging enough. Okay, let's look up Linda Ronstadt. I have no idea if she's sick or not. Okay, so she's born July 15th. Oh, she's a Cancer. They like to eat. 1946. She's in all the Rock Hall of Fame and all of that. And she's kind of cute when she was younger. Very cute. I know she adopted. They say her music is rock, pop, folk, country rock, country, art rock, hard rock, soft rock. She Latin, mariachi. I have no idea what any of that means. You're being mean. Am I being mean? I'm looking up Linda Ronstadt. Anyway, let's see what she has right now. They're talking about all of her accomplishments, which are tremendous. Let's see what disease she has. Oh my God, Jerry Brown had hair at one time in the 70s. Okay, this is weird. She dated Jim Carrey for 8 months. Did you know that? I did not know that. And she was engaged to George Lucas. Yeah, I think she, obviously, George Lucas, Jim Carrey. Oh, Parkinson's. Okay. And she, let's see. Yeah, well, exactly. Okay, so, okay, Parkinson's. In 2013, she revealed she had Parkinson's, leaving her unable to sing. And symptoms she had been experiencing to the after effects of a shoulder surgery and a tick bite. Okay, so there's other reasons for tick bite behavior, but yeah, Parkinson's, you're right. Yeah, there you go, you're right. Baphomet, that's correct. You got that right. She had a bad drug addiction, sadly. That's because she was dating Jerry Brown and Jim Carrey and George Lucas. I love Led Zeppelin. Bullet Train to Iowa, great. Maybe he can put that in. Oh, cocaine addict. People are so stupid to do cocaine. I can't even describe how dumb y'all are when you do cocaine. But, hey, I know Keithy wanted to be a part of the video. Y'all heard that. You heard that. I'm sitting right here. There's no one here. Yes, I could have hid someone in the bathroom doing that, but who the hell's going to hide in the tiny bathroom? So, I mean, whatever. But no, there's still no one here. Yeah, a tick bite, Lyme disease, right? Drugs and alcohol numb your connection to your soul. No, it's very dangerous. Yeah, love Led Zeppelin, don't care for Jerry Brown. No, the problem with cocaine, here's the problem with cocaine, besides the fact that it's a fucked up drug and it can stop your heart. The what do you call it? The breakdown of cocaine in your body is what eats the lining of your heart. That's what eats the lining of your heart. And then, okay, wait, doctors are calling it quits. Are doctors running home because they don't have enough safety in their... I just want to see what this ridiculous thing here. Okay. Oh my God. Honest to God. There's an ad for vaccines save millions of lives. COVID-19 is next. Smallpox, measles, polio, the diseases change, but rigorous vaccine safety standard remains. What the hell is that? Honestly, I don't want to see that. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so weird. I can't. I get these. It's nonsense. It's garbage. No, the cocaine, what it does, cocaine is one of the interesting things, drugs, because it's one of the ones that actually forms an electrical path, quickest way to get to your brain for you to get high, providing you snort it. I don't know about the other stuff. But when it gets to your brain, it's like it goes, okay, so let's say you have a path to happiness in your brain that's like a spiral. The cocaine doesn't go down the spiral. It takes instead of doing the switchbacks, it just cuts straight to the top and gets to where it should be. Once it does that to your brain, it kind of disconnects the other neurons that elevate the mood, such as the L-DOPA, all of the things, the serotonin in the brain. So it disconnects it from that. So later on in your life, you actually have a hard time being able to be happy without altering your happiness through some other thing. Yeah, that's what it does. But that's the trick too. And then the entities come in, and these people, we used it to party all night. Yeah, only herbs, no powders. LSD. Yeah, I liked LSD. Probably my problem now. Someone told me numbs part of the brain that would tell you to stop doing cocaine. It's just evil. And when people do it, I mean, you got to really tell your kids not to do it. They won't listen to you. There you go. Demonic. Exactly. I have a tendency. So I have no idea. Okay, so that makes perfect sense. I used to do an 8-ball at night. Good God, Brittany. Brittany. Brittany's like, I did an 8-ball at night. Okay, Brittany, that cracks me up all of a sudden. I did. You're lucky you didn't have a heart attack, Brittany, okay? Stop doing that shit. Of course the anxiety started when I'm sorry for laughing. Meth people and... Oh God, here we are. Where are you, you fucking little troll? No, I don't have bipolar disorder, you fucktard. Do you have fucktard disorder? And Brittany cracks me up. Brittany's like, I would go to sleep and I would do an 8-ball. I am surprised that you went to sleep at night or even did it at night, because you know what? You know what happened? Here's Brittany. She's like, oh, it's 9 o'clock at night. I'll do an 8-ball. Suddenly she's cleaning the house. She's running 17 miles down the street. She's doing the grocery shopping at the all-night grocery store. She's cut her hair herself. She's cut the neighbor's hair. She's bleached the neighbor's hair. She's trimmed the dog. Everything's going on. I'm glad Brittany stopped this behavior. But all kinds of stimulants, you know it, Brittany, all stimulants actually are going to give you anxiety. Sometimes when I was in the height of my anxiety, oh, do you do hair for a living? That's hilarious. See, you were cutting people's hair all night. Brittany's like, you know what? Your hair looks raggedy. Let me bleach it and you could do good being red. She's probably calling her clients all night. I can't sleep, so let me do your hair for free. Oh my God, I would have been right there. Okay, so... Anyway, when I had my anxiety, I couldn't even put sugar. I couldn't put a third shift hairdresser. Hilarious. I could not put sugar in my tea or anything. I couldn't put anything in my tea because I could feel the vibration of the sugar. There's a lot of things that cause Parkinson's. I always wondered why Michael J. Fox got Parkinson, and I have my own theory on this, which I'm not going to say, but there's certain types of things that you can eat and do in this life that may cause diseases that they don't talk about. Now, meth is, right? They should wear a mask if they have fucking, isn't an 8-ball heroin or coke? It's cocaine, Karen. You're behind the times there. An 8-ball cocaine. I don't know how they sell heroin. Yeah, there's other things. Meth is very, very bad. It's all very, very bad. But meth is very bad because you don't know what you're getting. I mean, it is. It's sugar is a huge addiction, but I used to feel it surge through my body when I had anxiety. When I had anxiety, right? So you have fibromyalgia, I think you were trying to say. But anyway, it was absolutely. I know the pictures before meth and after meth. Drano, yeah, Bleach, Drano, Breaking Bad. But see, here's my thing with Breaking Bad. That was one of my favorite shows. I was obsessed. It was like, I think it was 2016. I had the flu at Christmas, the real flu. And I was sick for 10 days, okay? So all through Christmas, I was sick. We were all sick. So I watched Breaking Bad incessantly. Like I binge watched Breaking Bad in between napping and trying to eat and all of that. And when you look at it, there is no justification for you to make money to sell drugs to people who are going to be damaged by your drugs. You are part of their death in the future. If you are selling drugs to your friends, because people do it all the time, and you are 15, 16, 20, 30, whatever, and you're like, well, they're going to get it anyway. That's true. They are going to get it anyway, but you are part and you are complicit in their ill health. Now, why do you want them to not have good health? Like, they can still do their drugs over here, right? They can still do it, and you can still be friends with them, okay? You can still be friends with them. I think it's heroin that actually triggers Parkinson's, if I remember correctly. But you can be friends with the drug addict. You can do all of that. But if you're helping them and if you're selling it to them or asking them to sell it for you to infect other people, it's an infection of your brain. If you can't stay in your life, in your own self, and be comfortable with who you are and deal with who you are, and you are encouraging other people to be sick, I think that that's a problem. I think you have karmic repercussions for that. I do. People hate that shit. That's why I stopped working in bars. Because when I worked in bars, yes, it's legal. Oh, yeah, I think don't get me started. I just want to slap the crap out of people. Yeah, whipped cream's an addiction for me too. I think you're culpable in that, yes, the person's doing it. Yes, they have free will, but why do you want to push something negative on them? So like I have a best friend and I love my best friend and I do a lot of drugs. I do heroin, I do coke, whatever it is you do. But like, you're my best friend. So I want to bring you into my misery because every drug addict knows what a piece of shit they feel like inside. They know that. So why do they want to do that? They don't really have friends because they're not in touch with who they are. So until people start to understand that, then jelly beans are definitely my freaking addiction. My teeth are rotting out of my head right now. But until they do that, right? And yeah, the adrenal glands. Yes, cocaine does wreck the adrenal glands. That's the first sign of over toxicity of a person who's a cocaine addict, is the adrenal glands. That happened to someone in our family when they died of an overdose. Their renal system failure happens. And so the fact that people don't say anything and think it's okay, and the fact that people sell it and justify it because they need to make money is like, yes, I think big pharma is drug dealing. Here's what I think. I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube now. They already took 2,000 subscribers away from me and they blocked my money on some shit. And I had a chat with them and they said, this is quite normal. I said, well, I guess in censorship issues it is. But tobacco, are you kidding? Ask yourself this. Ask yourself. I never can pick up Elvis Presley. Ask yourself this. On what planet Earth do we sell something that is a package that has a skull and crossbones on it, says that it causes cancer, and we say that this is legal and rightful, and we leave 7-Eleven open to sell it, but you must wear a diaper on your face when you go out to your car in the fresh air like that. Oh, there's Athena. Hi, Athena. Thank you so much for that. Oh my God, cute Athena. I told you guys to go to Athena's. I still, you're on here. I'm going to talk to you right now. Athena, the morning that my son passed away, this sounds really bizarre. You put a video up. Obviously, I'm a Leo. Well, not obviously. I am a Leo. You put up a video on Leo. I was in bed that morning and I went to listen to your video. I woke up. Alcohol is just as bad and should not be legal. I listened to it was the week of the July 29th, whenever you put that up, but it was before Keithy died and he died on the 29th. So you had that video up. When I listened to your video that morning, as I was getting out of bed, you talked about Leo losing somebody, a death. And so after that, I turned it off, but it didn't even occur to me, obviously, that it was going to be me, but that later that day. So I just wanted to tell you that reading was spot on. Not that you meant it to be, but that was a very interesting take because you kept trying to get away from that and you kept going back to it. So that was very interesting. So anyway, aside from that reading, all your readings are great. That's probably not a good build up to your channel, but you guys should check Athena's channel out for her tarot readings. They're very good. So she does a bunch of them on every sign. You guys should check them out. Oh, and there's Bobby. Look at that. Bobby, I tagged you in something on Facebook. Bobby's been helping me now. This is great. Everybody pops up. Bobby's been helping me. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I know. Little Keithy. Well, that's his new birthday. He died on the 29th. So now he becomes a Leo. His death date is his birthday as he crosses over into the other world. See, because when they cross over into this world, they die over there and come through here. Oh, so confusing. Still, I don't want my Keithy to go. But it was so interesting to listen. If you listen to Athena's tarot card reading for Leo on that day, she tries to go in a different way with the reading, meaning, not to say that, but she can't get away from it. She can't get away from it. She keeps saying it. Ashley, I know you're a Leo, 727. You sound like an airplane, Ashley. 727, here comes Ashley. So yeah, Athena's readings are really great. You'll like them. That's very good. She's very good. I thought, Sloan, did you get the jelly beans? My God, yes, I got the jelly beans. Thank you. I now have cavities from head to toe. Um, oh my God. Yeah, I got the jelly beans. I said I ate half of them and I had to give the other half away. I literally ate half of them till I bit the sides of my cheeks and my tongue was numb. That's who I am with jelly beans. Speaking of addictions and coffee and sugar and all of that. Baby Jack is good. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. Keithy passed away too. But what I was going to say, when you're thinking of cigarettes, jelly beans are an addiction. I'm an addict. God help me. I need help. Deliver me from jelly beans. When you look at our society and you look at the government talking to people about what they need to cover their faces with, and then you look at people selling cigarettes to children who are going to get cancer and cause financial stress on the entire world, harm their families with the fact that they become so sick, right? Cigarettes, so sick, poison their children, smoking. Well, I don't know if you can smoke in the house or not. Let me see. There's Athena's. Who is this? Thank you. Let me check this one first. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you for the super chats. And this is Rita. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you for that. And of course, thank you, Athena, for yours. Very much. Very, very much. Yeah, it's very strange that we allow cigarettes in society when we're supposedly so concerned about everybody's health, that we allow people to go in and buy cigarettes. Why are you buying cigarettes? What is going on with the cigarettes? No, I know it's an addiction. I get that. You have to replace it with something else. Exercise is always good. But when we have people that run our society, so they say, right? And they run it for our health. They're telling us what we need to do according to them. And they put cigarettes in every store that they left open while they locked your hairdresser down, locked your manicurist down, locked your whoever down, your gardener down, your dog groomer down, your dentist down, whoever. But the liquor stores were open and they sold alcohol and cigarettes, and the weed shops were open. Now, maybe that's okay. Okay, maybe that's okay. But I'm curious when we are, I know for Keithy's bench, I have to get a, what do you call them? Accident person who redoes accidents, looks at accidents and tells you how they're done. Reenactor. I don't even know what you call them, but I have to actually get somebody separate and aside of. But it's so interesting. Yeah, alcohol. I consider alcohol. I grew up, my father was an alcoholic, and I kind of think my mother was too. I think it was so traumatic for me that I've seen little kids with that as well. Oh my God, thank you for that. Okay, COYNE 777. Thank you. And they consider them necessity. Thank you for the super chats. All of you. It's all going into Keith's stuff, continuing till I get the answers. Like it's just continue. Accident reconstruction. Thank you. I'm like, breast surgery, reconstruct the boobs. That accident reconstruction. Exactly. Oh, your cat. Wait, my cat that passed is named Athena. Oh, cute cat. Sorry, the kitty passed. Yeah, no, I know it's income. And I know I'm not saying prohibition. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't. No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not talking about judging it. But if you inflict your savageness on me with your addictions, I'm going to do whatever I want to do to get you out of my face, because you have those addictions. So you don't have a right to step in my life with your addictions. And we placate people with addictions all the time. Now, I'll go to war with people over this, but we placate people. We tell them it's a disease. I remember having this argument with my father as a kid and his doctor when I think I was 12. And I'm like, it's not a disease. No one's telling him he has to drink. Now, I understand the quote disease steps in when he has a drink and he can't stop himself, AKA a handful of jelly beans leads to a case of jelly beans. I get that. However, the fact that we nonchalantly think that because you're an addict, you get all of this empathy and sympathy and compliance from us because you choose to go off and do your meth, to go off and do your coke, to fuck your own life up selfishly while bringing everybody else down around you. Maybe that should be a health issue. That was my stepson's birthday, December 9th. And maybe that should be an issue. Maybe we should, no one forces you to go out and drink 6 drinks at a bar. Nobody forces you. It's not like food. Now, overweightness is a different thing to me because you have to eat to survive and you have to drink water. Now, if you had an addiction to water, which no one does, really, if you had an addiction to water, that would be one thing. So what I feel is that there's so many people that when they're addicts, they get away with a lot. This is reverse society, reverse world, in my opinion. You know, we have to be patient with them. We have to love them. We have to be compassionate. I don't know that that's true when you fuck my life up with your addictions. If you come into my house or you're a member of my family, there you go. Athena, is it One Muse? Athena, One Muse. Thank you for saying that because I have no idea. It's logged on my subscribe button, so I don't know. But you have to understand that when you put your negative behavior to me in my environment, I'm not okay with that. And you need to know that I'm not okay with that. A lot of people are addicted to sugar. I have to wean myself from this weekend of all the damn sugar I ate all weekend. But yeah, caffeine is addiction. We know it. We know I'm a caffeine addict and actually a jelly bean, which is sugar. So I'm not one to talk, but what I'm saying to you is I don't drink soda pop, thank God. I wasn't allowed to drink it growing up. But the fact that so many people think that when they, I drink creamer. I used to love creamer. Oh God. But I used to love like full cream out of not creamer, cream. I'm addicted to potatoes. I love potatoes. I love salt. See, I think I'm an addict too. But the problem is we left all of those things open while shaming people who don't and aren't sick, okay? And they're not sick. And we're shaming them over something that is way more curable than if you're a meth addict, okay? So why aren't we stopping that? Why are we not? I'm a tater tot addict for sure. That's Arlene's fault, by the way. But why are we not addressing it? Why are we allowing shutdown of anything when we have a liquor store open? That is not a necessity. It's not a necessity. Water is a necessity. Food is a necessity. That's not a necessity. So why are we doing that? Yeah, clowns with hepatitis. I know if you shoot up drugs long enough and you get hepatitis, you become a burden on society with your health. Here's my question. I know I'm going to get yelled at for this. I don't do that shit and my health is fine. Why do I have to pay so much for health insurance, which I don't pay for and don't care about because I'm not sick? But why am I expected? Why do I not get a lesser rate because I'm not a risk? I'm not doing anything. But they expect you, and here's another thing that I don't understand, okay? I don't understand this. Another thing. So you become 50, and all of a sudden they tell you you need to do a colonoscopy, what do you call it? A mammogram. You got to have the thing go down your throat, whatever it is, because you're 50. And then you have to come in every year and do a pap test and do a this test and a that test. I'm not going to do that. And when you don't do that, they think you're crazy. I did one pap test probably like 3 years ago since I had Keith. So Keith was like 21 and born 21 years earlier, and I never went to the doctor. Not saying it's good or bad. Do what you want to do. Do whatever it is you want to do. But understand you're in a cycle. You are being used when you're older for your illnesses, your blood pressure medicine, your stuff. That's why it's your responsibility to take care of your health. to the best of your ability because you are on their loop. So they can keep having the Mercedes and they bill when you get on Medicare, Medi-Cal, whichever one it is, they do it. I don't do that. When I had home births, do you know, they tried to take my kid. When Keithy got sick, they're like, she had a home birth. And so they put Keithy in the hospital with the preemie babies that were as the size of my hand and drug babies. And they gave me the problem. The kid was 9 pounds, 5 ounces or whatever, 9.5, 9 pounds, 5 ounces. And so Keithy was 9 pounds, okay? And he got strangled coming out. So he had tachypnea where he couldn't catch his breath. But when you look at that little boy, I mean, he looked like a little watermelon and he was always feisty in his little round face. But he was in there and they had a problem with me, but they were looking after little babies from people on drugs and the babies were 10 ounces and shit like this and they were never going to be healthy. I mean, it would be a miracle if they're going to be healthy. And so I had the whole hospital staff call John and say, you know, your wife's out of control. She's this and that. And we got a lawyer so I could keep breastfeeding in there because I wasn't going to be told what to do. My son had, like, granted, the midwife didn't get there on time and his birth was a little bit difficult. However, he was no drug baby, but I was being treated worse than the babies that were in there on drugs. It was very, very interesting. So yeah, we've got an eclipse. We've got the Capricorn Sag eclipse. I don't have my book out here to tell you. I have to do it another night. I don't have it. But it's very, very interesting. Yes, water cures everything. Alkaline cures everything. I mean, alkaline water and water. Hi, you guys. Yeah, so it was quite interesting. I know they should take the babies. If you give birth to a baby and you're on drugs, you really shouldn't get your baby. And just because I had a home birth, I didn't want to go to the doctor. I didn't want them using my body to give me a cesarean, et cetera, et cetera. I just didn't want it. I didn't want a man delivering my baby. Sorry, men out there. I just wanted the man that knocked me up, who already got a view down there, delivering the baby. I didn't want anybody else and a midwife. I really didn't. I wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it. And you take a lot of flack in California for that. You take a lot of flack. Yeah, I'm psychotic already in my own head. You take a lot of flack for having home births, but that's how I chose to do it. They do it wise, foster care. Yeah, exactly. I was in the foster care system. I was born into the foster care system, and I went back into the foster care system when I was 12. And I ran away at 14. So there you go. I stayed for the first 10 plus months of my life in the foster care system until somebody adopted me. And then I went to my adopted home and then became a ward of the court, 12 turning 13 and left at 14. Child Protective Services didn't do a damn good thing. I mean, actually, I found myself in a good group home. But yeah, we have free will for addictions. But my point is, if you people, not you people, whoever people, are not going to stand up against cigarettes and kids smoking and actually ask yourself why companies like whatever companies make the cigarettes, why those companies are allowed to do that. But you, if you walk across the street in the fresh air without a mask on, are going to be tackled to the ground by half of the population. If you don't find that strange, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what to say about that, but it's absurd to me. And the level of accidents caused by people. Now, in case you, Philip Morris, thank you. I'm like, the smoking people. But if people don't know that if you are smoking weed, and this is something in California, I don't know about the other states, and I know they're trying to legislate it. If people in California, oh, Bobby's so cute. I came back from hiking and I just woke up. That's why I look good, because I was sound asleep. I was upside down in my bed like that. I just crawled in and I slept in my clothes. I tend to do that. That's what I do. I used to, after Keithy's brother passed, after I gave birth to Keith, I slept on the floor. My anxiety level was so high, I had to be on the floor. So I had to touch the floor. This time I just have to sleep in like my clothes. So I wear my clothes out. I come home and sleep in them. It's a weird thing. I don't want to change or put myself in that position. And then, upside down. I just throw myself in the bed, weird. And then I'll wear the clothes out in the morning and go running. Yeah, that's me. Sorry. True story. True story. But when you look at the level of medical hypocrisy that we have, when you look at it from the way it is, Alcoholics and people who drink cause so much havoc on society. They should be ashamed of themselves. When you're in the middle of a full-blown addiction, all you're thinking about is yourself and your addiction. Therefore, you shouldn't be in the care of children or taking care of anybody. And they drink and they get in cars. Shall we now ban cars? That's what I say. Shall we ban cars? I don't like Alec Baldwin at all. Alec Baldwin is ridiculous. And the fact that Robert Kennedy Jr. is talking to Alec Baldwin is crazy. So I feel, I'm glad, so thank you. Okay, Bell, I can't read the last name. But if we don't say something, because my question is, if something is, no, I would never get a vaccine. I've never had a vaccine. Why would I get a vaccine? I don't want one. I just don't. I consider a vaccine to be the same as rape by a needle. I don't want one in my body, and I don't want someone's penis just being shoved in me for no reason. Same thing to me. I don't want anything. And actually, I have a friend, okay? I have a friend who went to the doctor sick, and did not want a flu shot, and they forced the flu shot on him. Why is that okay? Why do you get to do that? Who are you to do that to somebody else? Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, Alec Baldwin looks crazy. He just looks crazy. He looks crazy. Sorry, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin is born on John's birthday, April 3rd. And he screams like a fucking Aries. Oh my God. Yeah, remember Alec Baldwin? Let's see. Yeah, I never had the flu. Yeah, exactly. I'm not doing it. I would never. Alec Baldwin literally is April 3rd, and the way that he blows up his people, that's what my marriage was like. I'm not saying anything bad about it, just saying it's April 3rd thing. Oh, it's going to be pushed on people. We're going to have to, no, but we're not just going to have to say no, because remember what happened when I went into Michael Kors, right? When I went into the store and they tried to spray hand sanitizer on me. Every single person in that store, the manager, the little, clerky boy, with his happy smiley face and his little high heels on, that guy. And then the guy at the front door with the spray. And I'm like, don't spray me with that. And they're like, huh? Well, you have to. You can't touch the purses. Okay, I won't touch the purses. I'm going to just tell you what I want to buy, give you $200 and get out of your store, technically, or $500 or whatever. So I was made to be, when I said no, they were forcing me to put me in the position where they all swarmed me, called security because I would not use hand sanitizer or put gloves on. Since when do I have to do that? Why do I have to do that? Get the hell away from me with that spray. How do I know what you're doing? If I walked up to your car and just sprayed you, I don't know that would go over so well. So what is that about? And why are we allowing it? Why are we allowing that? Yeah, people are evil. I think Earth sucks, actually. I didn't want to come here. I was kidnapped. For the record, I was fucking kidnapped. Oh my God. Michigan. Yes, I know. Michigan, right? What is with that woman? Do you know who makes me laugh the most? I know, right? Come up with me the spray. I should pull out the mace out of my purse. If I did that, I'd go to jail with assaulting them. Do you know what? I would go to jail. They would actually take me to jail for assaulting them. But them just pulling out their spray like that, it's ridiculous. And the manager said, do you have your own spray in your purse? I just looked at her. I said, I haven't used hand sanitizer and I'm not going to. I don't want to. Right, soy boys in heels. I know. They're all like, oh, well, you can't touch the purses. Oh, you're one of those. That's what he said to me. And I was going to be like, you're one of those. But if I said to him, you're one of those, they would call me a bigot or a racist or an LGBT whatever hater. But he can say it to me. So he thinks he's justified saying it to me, and I can't say it back to him. Well, fuck him. But my point is, let's see, I cannot use alcohol. Yeah, I don't want it on me or in me. But here's the problem. Even if I put some hand sanitizer in a spray bottle that's comfortable to me, like that's lemon and chamomile and witch hazel, let's just say, and I make my own antiseptic and I comply with their hand spray rule in the store, I'm complying. I'm not taking a stand. I'm complying with it because I want to get in the store. We're going to even have to stop doing that when it comes to vaccines, I believe. I know Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin. I lived that. That I lived. I literally lived that. That's in April 3rd. They fucking scream and yell at you and get in your face and oh my God. Oh my God, do they ever scream? Some people are allergic to alcohol. I use, witch hazel. I use witch hazel too if I'm using anything. Yeah, I love my hiking. I love my hiking. Let's see. What if the... Well, here's my thing. If anything is mandatory, I believe China said that it was mandatory that you could only have one child. So they aborted the other children of people, and the people allowed them to do this. Now, why would any government have a right to say that? I'm just curious. And yeah, exactly. April 11th, I know, right? Why would anybody have a right to mandate on a human body what is anything? I don't know. I don't know about Jehovah Witnesses. I know they dress weird, can't eat cake or celebrate their birthday, so I can't really be I can't be down on that. I had a friend growing up, and she was Jehovah Witness, and she's like, I can't have cake. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. I know. It was so fun in the snow. We hiked through them. I spray them with holy water. Oh my God. Okay, so I was at my uncle's funeral. This was the cutest thing. And it's not my uncle. He's actually my cousin because he's my husband's cousin. So he's my cousin through marriage. So his wife is my cousin, and we're the married cousins, the women that married into the family. Anyway, it was her husband that died, and I was very sad for the family. But she was so cute. So she was all, masked up, and then you go to view the body. So the body was there. Of course, the body is dead, and the soul is out of the body. And she goes, you can go in and see the body. Well, I wasn't not going in because I thought there were germs in there, because there is a dead body in there. I was not going in because I didn't want to see the dead body. But then I thought, what the hell? I've been seeing dead bodies everywhere this year, so I might as well go see the dead body, right? Which the soul is there. So I went in, and she's like, she pulled out her little spray bottle, and she's like, I sprayed all in there. It's safe. And I was just looking at her. I wasn't going to get on her case. It was her husband's funeral, but I was like laughing because I was like, there's a dead body in there. The dead body is more of a problem than whatever you're spraying for. It was just interesting. It was kind of interesting. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. You know who the weirdest person I've ever seen? I'm going to pull her picture up. I'm not even going to say the name. I don't want to get in trouble. If this person isn't demonically possessed, I don't know who is who. I have no idea. I can't even understand how we don't know that this woman is under demonic possession. I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious. Now, she can't help, I've got to find the picture of her. She can't help it if she was born with whatever her parents look like, okay? No, this is a governor, okay? But when you look, you're like, oh my God, what the hell? What the hell is this? And I'm just going to say, if you're going to speak on behalf of the public and you are a representative of human beings, you can't look like this. You said it there, whoever just said that. You can't look like this. I'm sorry, you can't. This is a demonically possessed. Where the hell is her picture? I just pulled it up. This person is demonically possessed. This is a demon. Do you know who I'm talking about here? This is a demon. Why is this person legislating health anything? This is a demon. This is not a human. That is not a human anymore. The body has been taken over. Hold on. Jackie, thank you so much. Okay, wait. Yes, I saw it. I know. Yes, she did, Jackie, but I'm waiting. I want to do the astrology with Angie's thing. I know you're not wrong in what you think, but I don't want to say it till I say it on the video. And I also need the name of the police departments that handled it at the time, like the city police departments, because I want to put them on blast in a nice way so that people start asking, like when it's so obviously this. By the way, Jackie, I listened to an interview by Johnny Ghosh's mom, Noreen, I want to say her name is, and the police thwarted her efforts to, yeah, I'm into the turtlenecks because I'm old and my neck is, is sunburnt, red, and then white. So I don't know what to say. But Johnny Ghosh's mom was blocked by the police like crazy. And it's not the first time, not the first time. Yeah. But she may be a nice person. She is possessed. You do not look like that without having an entity step into your body, period. You don't. I don't care what she says, and she may be nice when her human self steps back in, but she's got something around her, and that's it, period. I mean, someone easily led can be possessed. Exactly. No, she may be nice. I'm not talking about whether she's nice or not. I'm saying that in this country, if you are going to in this country lead people, you cannot look like that. You looked one way when you went into office and you look another way now. What is wrong with you that you look that way? Do you have a drug problem? Are you crazy? Do you need mental help? What do you need? Because there's something wrong with you. And it's not about her sexual life or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. Yeah. See, you know what? I don't care if she's a lesbian. I know some hot looking lesbians. Come on. Lesbians are not all, so she's a lesbian. There's a lot of very attractive women that are lesbians, and it's okay. This right here, that's not what this is. That's not at all what this is. I mean, she was never attractive, don't get me wrong. I mean, whatever, she looks like she does. This is different. The whole demeanor of the person changed. The whole movement, the whole demeanor. That's how you know that the whole thing changed about it. That's what happened. Yeah, look in her eyes. Exactly. You can tell in their eyes. It's so obvious, and it's just so obvious. Yeah, you know a demon when you see one. Yeah, a zombie. So weird. I'm just like, and that health lady, the health lady of Los Angeles that steps up. Well, the black eyes is interesting because the body's failing. I mean, I have huge black eyes, but I mean, sunken in eyes from being tired. But the black eyes where they're like just coated purple down here, that's kind of like the liver and kidneys failing. So this is not a healthy person. Who said she has 2 demons? Yeah, well, I don't know. She might have 2. She could have 10. Yeah, it's very weird. So, yeah, raised on CIA farms. Eyes tell everything. Eyes tell everything. No, you're not crazy. You've got to look at people. This was my problem. Like in the case of Johnny Ghosh, honest to God, when you listen to the mother and you listen to her account of what happened, meaning her trying to get the police involved, people don't understand on this planet. They're never going to understand on this planet, and they won't listen on this planet, that they really don't understand that we have all kinds of religions, which is perfectly fine. You can be like a green tree frog worshiper. You can do whatever you want, okay? You have free will. But just as much as we have sunlight and we have beautiful hot weather, we also have storms and scary weather and, what do you call that stuff coming from the sky? Hail. We have all kinds of things like that. We have all kinds of things like that. So you have this and you have that. On this earth, we have people that practice religions where children are needed for their masses. That's just what it is. This is what they do. Catholics have masses. These people have masses. These people use children as a way of harnessing energy. The average human being doesn't understand it because they don't delve into the metaphysical, into the energy of the human soul. They stay stuck on the physical. I'm human, and what exists in front of me is exactly what exists in front of me. Thank you for that. There's a question out of there. Thank you all. And Jackie, I swear to God, I'm calling you. I know you don't believe me at this point. I actually left for the weekend. My 10-year-old said, oh, how cute. Hi to the 10-year-old. Give me the 10-year-old's name. Wait. I want the obsidian you have for sale. I left a voicemail. Okay, great. Thank you, Anne. Thank you so much for that. Wait, where's your 10-year-old? What's the 10-year-old's name? I love the 10-year-olds. They haven't gone over the edge yet. They haven't gone over the edge to the adult edge. Exactly. But we have to understand, as much as we have Catholicism, Judaism, Buddhism, whatever it is, we also, did somebody say are all scorpions demons? Now come on. I know some that are, but I don't think they are all demons. No. But I think that the average people have to start educating themselves. And it's so interesting to me because, I married into a Catholic family. Well, they say they were Catholic. I never saw any of them at church, but however, they think they're Catholic. And I baptized my kids Catholic for John because he said he was Catholic. Again, I don't see them, whatever, non-practicing Catholic. Totally fine. But here's the thing. Their church does exorcisms and they poo-poo the fact that there can be demonic possession, entities, non-human life forms. Wait, okay. Oh my God. Wait, what? AJXK, did you say? How do you say that? I don't know how to say that. My ex was a demon Scorpio. There are demon Scorpios for sure. But there's demons in every sign. There's demons. But what I'm saying, hello to your 10-year-old, and I didn't get the name. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I love the 10-year-old though, and I'm glad. Hi. Mwah. I feel like we have to educate ourselves in a way. She's, aw, cute. I love the 3-year-olds. I love the 3-year-olds and the 10-year-olds and everybody. I love them. I love kids. Not in a weird way. I just love them because they're not adults. When they get to be adults, they get annoying. But it's a no Scorpio policy. Scorpios are an interesting bunch, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the general public's unwillingness to understand that we are in a spiritual, metaphysical world, not an earthbound, mundane, tangible, buy a car, get a house, only do this. That's not what this world is. There's all kinds of different things. Yeah, 12 is when it becomes an issue, always. There's all kinds of things that go on, many things that go on that we don't know about. And just think about it, when we die. Oh, Jack is the 10-year-old. Okay, Jack is 10. All right. Hi, Jack. Oh my God, baby Jack, who's not a baby Jack. You're not my beagle. He's not my beagle either. He's Kenna and Lila's beagle. Oh, Jack, that's so cute. I love that name. I think of baby Jack now. So I'll associate Jack the 10-year-old with Jack the beagle. I'm sure Jack the 10-year-old is just as fun as Jack the beagle. That's so cute. Oh my God, Jack, that's cute. Well, I have to say that because if you say you love kids, people look at you weird. Yeah, they look at you kind of strange. But what I wanted to say is, like, we have to all start educating ourselves on the energy around. We have to educate ourselves. We are not of this earth, but people think they are. If I have a Lamborghini, if I had more money, if I had this, what I would say to you is if I had my precious son and I could hug him, then that's all that would matter. I would give up everything I own, literally. My grand dog, Jack, baby Jack is the grand dog, but Jack, the 10-year-old is the cute kid that says I'm on YouTube. So I like that kid. And I love, this is going to sound really wrong because I had 2 boys. So I love young boy kids because they're fun. That's why, because it makes me remember my Keithy and my Jason, who's now an adult, and he's not so much fun anymore like that. Yeah, puberty is a bitch. Puberty is fucked up. Puberty's fucked up for these kids. Yeah, I feel bad. But yeah, I would do anything to have Keith back. So meaning all your money and all your bullshit doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me at all. But see, the fact that we focus on it here, the fact that we focus on it, like if I have a bigger house, if I have, a prettier girlfriend, if I'm popular on Instagram, if I'm famous, if I'm this, if I'm that, we are thinking that that's all there is. So we go to our respective churches, whatever religion we're raised with or we morph into, or we become, whether it be a traditional one or what's quote abstract. like paganism or whatever it is we pick, we still refuse to acknowledge, well, some of us acknowledge, but most people refuse to acknowledge that there are other things other than 8-year-olds. 8-year-olds, God, I saw that. I'm like, 8-year-olds, that there are other things. I can't catch. I catch a word and boom. We refuse to acknowledge that there are things that we don't understand in the world that are not explained by science. And I know there's so many people saying science doesn't lie. Well, I don't care what science says. When you die, please explain to me what happens. Because if you believe science, nothing happens, right? It's just that shit happens in your brain and you hallucinate like magic mushrooms. If you listen to science, whatever, DMT. Gets released from your back, and that's what happens. So when people say science doesn't lie, it depends who's doing the science and what they're saying, okay? I don't know what their agenda is for the science. Obviously, scientists study, but scientists get money and have an agenda to study. And Big Pharma is in on scientific studies. So when Big Pharma is in on it and science, exactly. Science says when you die, there's no God. They don't allow for the existence of spirituality. So I don't know what to say. Now, obviously, if you're talking about science, like science, a baby comes out of your body and this happens, then yes, I believe that. But if you're just going to tell me that something that is like 98% curable and I need to stop working and I need to stop walking or breathing fresh air, then I need to not listen to you because I don't buy that. No, it's great. It doesn't explain everything. Freud apparently incested his own daughter. That's why he was so obsessed with, daddy and mommy issues in all of his teachings, Oedipal complex and all of that. That's why he was so, what the heck? Okay, Biden's middle name is Robinetti. I don't even know what to say to that, okay? Obviously, a sociopath hates their mother to begin with. All of these men sociopaths are too enmeshed with their mothers and they don't like them. That's what that is. No, Freud often talked about the ancestral issues, the daughters wanting to be with their fathers. Now, I've met a few of those, and we may even have some that we know that are relatives, okay? So there's people like that, but they're fucked up in the head and they've probably been abused on some, is Elvis the pastor? Oh, I have no idea. I can't pick up on Elvis's energy, so it's quite possible he escaped to be a pastor and pretended to die, but I don't know about that because I can't put my head around that. I don't know what to say about that. It's interesting. I tried to pick up on Johnny's energy. I got many a young man on the other side who was connected to Johnny Ghosh, however you say his name. And I would say for a couple of years after he was kidnapped, probably like 4, he wasn't on the other side, but then I can't pick up the energy after that. But you're going to have to wait for the video. A lot of people think Elvis and JFK are still alive. Yeah, well, Elvis really loved his mom. It's kind of weird to really love your mom like that. That's kind of a weird thing. There may have been an over-enmeshment going on from his mother's side to him, and they call it love like it's a good thing. If we say a boy loves his mother like the way that Elvis loved his mother, society is trained to think that's good without looking underneath about what that means. Does that mean that his mother was overly friendly with him or he with her? Or was it a control thing? Or was it set up to look a certain way in society? Because remember, people are all agendized. All of us want to appear a certain way that we believe is the correct way to appear. I still can't believe. Yeah, that's very sad. Son, have you ever heard of Elizabeth Bain? Okay, I don't know who that is, but I think I have. You'll have to tell me who that is. I really don't know who that is. Never liked David Bowie. That goes back to an incident with one of his photographers when I was a teenager. There was an assault issue with one of his photographers, so I stopped paying attention to him at that time. Not going to. Are what energies familiar spirits? I don't know what that means. Okay. So Elvis, Elvis, technically, if we were to look at Elvis being 25 Priscilla being 14, now it's none of my business, but when you're 14, you're a kid. So Elvis was 25, a grown ass fucking man who couldn't or wouldn't get along with people his own age. So he went back to a high schooler, a ninth grader, and thought that that would be the choice. And our society just went, oh, look, Elvis picked her. Did he? Why did he pick a 14-year-old? And what the absolute freaking hell is wrong with her parents giving her over to Elvis, who promises not to sleep with her, telling us all that Elvis was gay? Because if he wasn't sleeping with Priscilla to keep her, you know, pristine or whatever they seem to say, then he was gay, because there's no man on the planet who's straight who likes Priscilla, who she's gorgeous, and she's 14, and isn't going to try to have sex with her. What is that? And they're going to sleep in the same bed or sleep down the hall. What exactly is going on there? And why was she being sold to Elvis? I'm just asking, because that's what it feels like to me, and it's none of my business, but that's what it feels like. Yeah, I know, his minor cousin. What is that? Yeah, military families, a little burnt out. Priscilla's. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't think I don't think that that's right. Now, age difference is up to whoever's doing it. Yeah, it's, Freud used to inhale that stuff, ether. Freud used to inhale ether. And that's hilarious, ether. Yeah, but there's no excuse for being 25 and dating a 14-year-old. There's something wrong with you when you do that. A 14-year-old is not a woman or a man really is. Yeah, he had an ether addiction. That definitely had an ether addiction. The reason, okay, then his daughter married Michael Jackson. I have no idea what that was really truly about, but if you believe Michael Jackson was straight, I don't know what to say to you. That's nice and all, but you're insane. There's no way that guy was just absolutely no way that guy was straight. No. I mean, maybe he was bisexual, but like, what is even sexual about Michael Jackson in any sense of the words? Yeah, alcohol is gasoline. I know. Ethanol. Yeah. But it's so interesting because when you read about Elvis, they presented his pedophilia, and I'm going to call it that because he was 25 and she was 14. And I don't care what she looked like. I hear so many fucked up people and men say, oh, well, she didn't look it. Well, she can't help how she looks. She can't help how she looks any more than a black person or an Asian person or, you know, an Indian person or a giant tall person or a short person or a redheaded person can't help how they look either. None of them can help how they look. So the fact that she looks adult and has breasts and developed does not mean you, Elvis, at 25, can go and pick the girl up. There's something fucked up with your thinking. My thinking with it, just being a younger woman married to a much older man for a long time, is that they want somebody they can mold into their own and its control. Whether you love them or not, there's a much different, there's the stronger difference when a person is older, okay? Like you're 20 or 30 or 40 and you marry somebody older, I guess that's free will and choice. But when you're 14, you don't even know. I mean, it's Elvis. Yeah, okay, probably she was groomed and sold by her parents. Let's call it what it is. Of course he had an inferiority complex, was a narcissist, and picked a young girl that he could make, you know, into the version of what he wanted. The fact that he wanted her to have the same color hair as him when it wasn't her style is ridiculous. Yeah, the young girl would think it was cool. Of course, it's Elvis. Like, you know, can't trust a pervert. Yeah, Capricorns develop differently, but it's very interesting to me that we accept this. And I'm not saying you can't have an age difference. It's not what Tatum O'Neal. Okay, I can't hear these Michael Jackson love affair stories. It's tweaking my head. Tatum O'Neal was also with her own father, which is my most hated person, which is Ryan O'Neal. So I refer to men that fuck their children up as Ryan O'Neal. If you are a man that has more than one children and your children are drug addicts or they're fucked up, right? What do you mean Tatum O'Neal is with Tom Jones? Stop. Or is Priscilla with Tom Jones? I just can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I just can't. I can't talk about Tatum O'Neal and oh, for sure that's Tatum BS. Yeah, I don't even know. No, but Tatum O'Neal was with Melanie Griffith, I believe, and Melanie Griffith was older than her. I think Tatum was. I don't know how old Tatum and Melanie are respectively. I'm assuming Tatum's in her early 50s or something. But anyway, Tatum and Melanie. Melanie apparently was with Ryan O'Neal, and they invited Tatum in for a threesome. This is supposed to be, whatever. But Ryan O'Neal is what we call a sociopath. He has, if that's true, and I don't know if it's true, I just heard it was true. But if that is true, okay, ruined her looks. Yeah, I know. You can't, Priscilla Presley should have never had plastic surgery because she was born beautiful. If you're born beautiful and you try to fix your face, that's not right. I mean, you can pull skin because pulling skin just pulls your skin. But like if you're trying to change your nose and your mouth, like I really believe facial plastic surgery should be held off. I'm not talking about skin pulling, but like switching features for people that have really egregious features, broke their nose like basketball players. But Priscilla was beautiful and those features would be hard to duplicate because she was kind of perfect looking. So for as far as how she looked, So it's a shame. Yeah, Prince was 34. Yeah, I know. See? Exactly. Well, her parents, I think they had to sell her. How do you let your 14-year-old go off with Elvis? What is that? She's 75. She misses her youth. It's okay. Wait, who's 75? I don't know who you're talking about. I'm not 75, but Nancy, I'm 46 years old. I'd be an old gal. Yeah, well, I'm a totally old gal in Hollywood. No one gives a shit. No one even looks twice. Yeah, who cares, right? I don't care. You know why? Because after Keith died, I don't really care about that. I don't need a man. I never did. To compliment me, and I was married 30 years. So like if you're married 30 years, you did your duty as, as a partner to a person, and you did what society said to do. You get brownie points and basically, whatever. The world is a devil's playground, totally. Yeah, it's all of it. Everything's tragic. Everything's tragic. Yes, exactly. I was with John at 21 and he was 41 and he had kids my age. And then I married him at 24, got pregnant, and then had Jason 1 month before I turned 25 and Keithy at age 29. So yeah, that's what I did. And I stayed married for 30 years. I'm still married technically. Yeah, so I did that. That's what I did. But the age difference is a huge problem. Nobody in their right mind, really. I mean, it's a karmic thing. I probably was born between or in between or whatever. But the age is huge. It's a huge problem. And anybody that says it isn't is, whatever. Oh, they always become abusive when you leave them. They become abusive when you're older. Priscilla is 75. Okay, born May 24th, 1945. I've got you. Thank you. I was like, but yeah, you just have to, I love Miami. I lived in Miami. I was kidnapped out of Miami. I had to run away from somebody. That's a whole other story. But anyway, the age difference is huge. And even more importantly no, I'm not divorced. Even more importantly than the age difference is if you're not aware at 21, you're not aware is 10 years. It's up to you, your age difference. I mean, if you're not aware of people's mindsets or what they really are. So if you don't have awareness of the world, even if you're 50 and you get married, it's a problem. Yes, I do think PTSD does get worse as you age because then all the stressors of age happen. But if you are not aware of somebody's agenda when they marry you and you just have an idea this way and they have an idea that way, that's a typical marriage. It doesn't work that way. So, I mean, and you're not really mature enough at 21 to understand, or 20 or 19. People got married at 16. Priscilla was 14 Wait, what do you mean Britney lost her court hearing? Why are we allowing Britney Spears to be kidnapped? Why is this happening? They're drugging her, Medicaid. Well, that's 10 years. Yeah, that's cute. That's reverse. 45 and 54. Older men are always given a leeway. Older men, they're all so cute. I admit it. I like older men, obviously. But I feel bad for Britney Spears. She's totally kidnapped. That's completely wrong. It's wrong. She's a grown-ass woman. It's her talent. Who are these people? They don't want her to have her own money. And they blackmail her, I bet, with her kids. And that is just disgusting. That's disgusting that nobody's stepping in. Who's the judge on this case? No, I know what they want. They want her money, but it's her life. She's a slave. Britney Spears is a slave, and no one is doing anything about it. She's a fucking slave. Okay, cop. I can't even see what that says. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, when you ask about narcissists on a spiritual level, what it feels to me is I would say narcissists are devoid of souls, because I would say there's no soul connection. There's no soul connection. They want what they want, and they'll run rickshaw over your head to get what they want, right? So there's no soul connection, but I would most equate it on the metaphysical plane with vampirism. So they're stealing, they're harnessing. Think of a horse. Think of a horse. Think of the movie Animal Planet. Or is it Animal Planet? Oh my God, was that the name of it? I'm talking about the one that talked about Napoleon and Hitler and Animal Farm. Jesus. Animal Farm in the 70s, that cartoon, and how they harnessed the horse, and the horse had to keep walking up the hill with all the stuff, building all the stuff. All of that is what they do, the narcissist does, is they harness your energy, harness. I don't know that everybody sells themselves for fame. Animal Farm, yeah, that's a terrifying movie. I think what happens now, if I'm going to look at it this way, first of all, I'm going to say this again: you cannot sell your soul for fame, because you don't own your soul. You are a child of God. Whether anybody wants to acknowledge that or not, I don't care. You are a child, okay? You are a child of God. So the soul belongs to your Father, so to speak. So you're protected. You can be tricked. Now think of, what's his name? The prick that did the Ponzi scheme out of New York, that Bernie Madoff. Now, Bernie Madoff said all kinds of shit to people. Give me your money and I'll give you this. Give your money and I'll give you this. And he paid out people for many years, and then he stopped. So what Bernie Madoff was actually doing, okay, what Bernie Madoff was doing was he was fictitiously promising things he had no business promising, and he had no business saying he could do it, and people bought into it, so they were tricked. If you're involved in a Ponzi scheme, you are tricked. You believe the lie. The same thing can be said of people who agree to give up their power to a religion, okay, to a religion that promises what they want, promises what they want. So fame, power, money, cute girls, cute body, cute this, cute that, whatever. 16 kids, however. The second you fall for the trick, they twist it on you. And then what happens is, now this is just my interpretation. Okay, so you fall for the trick. It's a trick because when you die, for the most part, you can go back to your maker. I don't know what happens in the in-between. You know, I don't know what has to be fixed or what has to happen to have that. I'm not quite clear on that. But most, as you ask about dictators, most serial killers, most dictators, most of these people, okay, are not in their etheric or their physical bodies. So just think about it when you try to shut your suitcase. Your beautiful suitcase has this nice hard shell on the outside. You're going to London. You're going on a bitchin' trip. You got 6 suitcases. You got them all lined up with all your stuff, your clothes, shoes, your makeup, your whatever, right? You're Liz Taylor. You're traveling. You're Celine Dion. You're traveling there. You have, sorry, it just stopped. You have all of this stuff that you can do, right, in your suitcase. Now, let's just say we pack your suitcase full of stuff, and suddenly, as you're trying to shut the lid, your shoes don't fit. So your shoes are pushed out the other side and something pushes it in. That's what happens to the soul body. So as soon as the soul body falls for the trick, falls and becomes complicit in the greed, okay? So there's a complicitness with the soul, meaning you, okay, I had to plug that in, sorry. There's a complicitness with the soul, meaning you want something, so you're willing to do anything to get it, okay? You're willing to do anything to get it. So you are greedy. It's like those people that answer the phone and the person goes, you know, I have $100 for you here, but could you send me a gift card? You're so greedy to get the $100, you're not thinking. That's how I see it. Some people say it's not their fault, they were tricked. I say if you're tricked, then maybe one time, not so much. But after you get into the involvement of it, if you start participating in the rituals of that community, then you're kind of in on it. Like there's a certain point where even if I've agreed to do something for you, let's say I agree to work for you and suddenly you say to me, you know, I'm sorry, you have to run over that person. I'm not going to do it no matter what I agreed to, no matter what contract I signed. I'm going to be like, yeah, sue me, see you later. So these people on a certain level have gratuitous need to be seen in a certain way or accumulate something or have something. So they give up themselves. Think of a woman, here's an example. Think of a woman who marries, takes the tradition of marriage, which should be done in love, but very rarely is. But at least you should have like, you know, your equal or some kind of back and forth. But this woman wants money so bad, right? She marries a gay man, say, for example, and she becomes a breeder and a beard for said gay man so that he can walk through the community going, here I am. And as she ages and becomes very ugly and unhealthy and drinks every night, and that gay man is out with his gay lovers and he's twisting her children against her and things like this, is the woman greedy or is the man bad? Well, first of all, the woman had to agree to that, right? So she agreed to be a beard, she agreed to be a breeder, and she agreed to have a loveless marriage and even a sexless marriage. She agreed to it. So because she agreed to it, they were able to play her. So there's elements like that. It's not always fair. I'm not saying some people are not educated enough to understand or, you know, whatever. But when you're looking at the element of selling a soul, I don't really think you can sell a soul, okay? Like I don't think you can do that. However, they can trick you into thinking you can. And once they trick you into thinking that you can and you go along with them, when do you stop going along with? There's a lot of breeders in Hollywood. They're breeders. They're breeders and they're beards for these men. That's what they are. These men go through life and they're like, I'm a straight man and I have a family, and they just fuck shit over, and the women just are destroyed in the back, but it's their own fault because they sold out. That's a way of selling out, okay? It's a way. And also staying in any marriage where you are in a situation where you can't get out in your own head, it's abusive, and you think you just have to settle and stay for whatever reason. You've also sold out on yourself. Not to the same degree as going into the marriage intentionally. No, Kelly Preston, exactly. Kelly Preston, who else? Jada Pinkett, Kelly Preston. There's a bunch of them. I can't think of them all. Katie Holmes. I know. Katie Holmes. Tom Cruise is straight like I am an oak tree. I am an oak tree. Look at me, oak tree. Exactly. So, I mean, these women, that is the true definition of a gold digger. True. Oh yeah, I was doing the Black Dahlia case and I got sidetracked again. But a lot of people in our society think it. Now, here's the thing. Even if you agree to give yourself up in order to get fame, riches, whatever it is you want, right? And it's different. It can be different. People don't think like the little drug dealer on the corner sold his soul. They don't think that. But maybe that little drug dealer is too stupid, okay, too stupid to know what he should be asking for, and sells himself out at a cheaper rate. You know, like oh, sure, I'll work for you for $40. And then the next person comes and they're like, I'll work for you for $15.95, because $15.95 is as far as their mind can go. So there's all kinds of people in society, metaphysically speaking, who have sold themselves out for lesser than even fame and success. And just because you do it doesn't mean they're going to deliver on what they said. You are going to keep doing more and more things, and there's more and more problems. And I actually feel really bad for them. I feel really bad for these people now. Now, somebody like Madonna, I don't know if you can't look at her face and see, people are going to send me horrible emails because they think Madonna is, their personal best friend, BFF. But okay, if you don't know if you've done it, well, you would know if you've done it. Madonna is horrific. Okay, horrific energetically, horrific. And if people don't know that, and Charlie Sheen, yeah, these are all typical. Where I notice demonic or entity possession of the light body or the etheric body, okay, and the soul body, is when you have drug addicts on the street and you see them and they're blah, blah, blahing, blah, 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 like this to themselves, and they're running around and they're going like that. You see that. We call that schizophrenic or some severe mental illness or a combination of drugs and alcohol. But in truth, when you're talking about things like that, you are talking about people that have been taken over completely. And the reason they can't get sober, which goes against all traditional, whatever people say, but the reason that they can't get sober is because if I have somebody living in my house, your body is your house. If I have somebody living in my house that wants me to smoke cigarettes and bang my head against the wall, right? And then I have somebody in the house that wants me to drink and smoke, and they don't want to vacate the house. So they're squatters in the physical body. Okay, they're squatters because the person who owns the physical body, it's just a vehicle. Because when you look at a dead body, you can see it's just a vehicle. It's a car. So when you open your car windows, your front door, because you're smoking crack, smoking meth, snorting cocaine, drinking, smoking pot, pot throws you right onto the astral level. So all you people smoking pot, go right out to the most closest level to right here. So when they see you do that, and you're out there in your spirit body and you don't even know it, and you're right here, right? When that happens, somebody opened your front door, you left it open, and they kind of sideswipe in and they're like, hey, I'm in this body, and well, you can smoke weed, you can do whatever you want. I'm just letting you know, weed throws you onto the astral level. But I mean, I don't care what people do. Do whatever the hell you want to do. I have a family of people that do whatever the hell they want to do. So keep doing it. My point is, when you open your body up, it's almost as if you've opened your front doors, opened the windows, opened all the windows on your car, left your MacBook Pro on the front seat and your iPhone, on the front console, and you left your windows open and you parked your car in Hollywood. What happens in Hollywood? Well, they're going to walk by your car and go, this bitch left her windows open. I'm hopping in. I'm going to get on that computer. Then I'm going to steal that computer. I'm going to hot rod this car and take it out of here. That iPhone is mine. I'm putting in my SIM card. And now I've got this iPhone. That's what they're doing. Well, that's what happens when you do drugs. I'm not talking if you smoke pot a little bit or have a glass of wine at dinner or whatever. I'm saying the fact that the government wants all these weed shops open, everybody doing it, and it's all accessible. Ask yourself why. I know taxes. I know that. But if they keep you medicated, you open up your etheric body. And I don't care, because if you've seen a dead body, which I've seen many this month and many before, but if you've seen a dead body anywhere at any point in time, you know the soul is not in there. So there's no life to the body. The body doesn't vibrate with life. It becomes flattened. It's devoid of the soul. That soul goes somewhere, okay? So that means when we're alive and our cheeks are all plump and we robust and we, all of that, that means that something else can also squish into your house. So it is control. It is a control tactic. I know I try to explain it. The government does this on purpose. They've done it when they put crack out into the community, when they put this out. They're trying to do it. People who don't understand that, I can't understand. I can't understand it. But you can do whatever you want. I never care what people do. Go ahead and shoot up, do whatever you want. But understand, if you're having a hard time quitting drugs, it's because you've allowed something into your body. Now, the way to change that, obviously, is to stop opening the doors. You got to learn to lock your doors. You can lock your doors by aligning yourself with the God source, okay, whichever your God is. I don't want to get into like if it's Catholic, Jewish, Buddhist, whatever your God is. Align yourself with that. Salt baths, proper food, sleep, exercise, and raising your vibration. Now, how does one raise their vibration? One will raise their vibration. Thank you so much for that, Robin. Thank you. One will raise their vibration by, okay, so when you're in political arguments, anger, worry, fear, anxiety, depression, these are very low vibrations. And I'm including the presidential debates on that one. But it's very, very, very low vibration. So you have to think of other things. So when you become afraid, like I'm afraid of getting old, I'm afraid of, I can't fit into my pants because I ate too much. I'm afraid, my kids are going to be hurt. I'm afraid I'm going to lose my mortgage. Whatever it is you're afraid of, you need to actually turn around, okay? You need to actually turn around and say, I'm not afraid. I'm not scared of this. Thank you for the super chat, MK. I'm not this and I'm not that. So you need to self-talk yourself into a different vibration. The other way is through prayer and meditation. Crystals, prayer, meditation, salt baths, eating properly. The more junk facilitates the body's weakness. You can think anything you want about me. Think I'm a kook. You know what I was told? I literally was told last week that sober people were satanic. This was said to me. This was fucking said to me, of course, by an addict, but this was said to me. I was like, okay, sure thing. Reverse world. Peace out. So we have been taught on this planet that you are, I know, right? How high are you to say that? Pretty fucking high. But to say, and actually, I was told that several times. They word it differently, like, oh, nobody can be sober all the time. That's like too religious. You're too much of a... It has nothing to do with that. I'm not going to have shit in my body, period, okay? And it's not going to take me over, period. I'm not saying I wouldn't have a drink. I just don't like to drink. I don't want to drink. I don't like the taste of it. If I wanted to pick up the crack pipe and smoke some crack, I'd fucking do it. But then you guys would be in trouble because I'd be hyper as hell and it probably wouldn't sit still. However, having said that, when people think like that, they've been conditioned to think that you're a prude or you're a religious nut or you're a this or that because you don't do drugs. No, I'm in control of my car. This is my vehicle. This vehicle is mine. So if I allow every kind of influence in, then who's driving the vehicle? Maybe I become promiscuous. Maybe I rob stores. Maybe I hurt my children. Maybe Epsom salts is perfect. Maybe I scream at my partners. Maybe I go into the bank and cuss somebody out. Who knows, right? Who knows? So people don't take enough pride in who they are, and they're also convinced that they need to do drugs. Everybody thinks it's okay. Our society puts those cigarettes in 7-Eleven and every other store, and that's the first thing they have. They put those shitty candies right there, so you have to go to the dentist. I'm convinced of this. They put the liquor there. Weed in, yeah. No, I know there's nothing wrong with it, but I get yelled. My family kind of is rude about it, actually. I get a lot of criticism for not drinking, a lot of criticism, and a lot of criticism for not doing drugs. I get accused of being fanatical the other way, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that. If I want to do something, I'll do it. I'll do what I want to do, right? Do whatever I want. Breath is a good thing. That's exactly right. Stretching and breathing. Breathing can actually elevate your energy. Breathing can elevate your energy a lot, can do that. I'm comfortable with myself. I don't need to medicate myself. A lot of people don't understand it, but I'm very comfortable with who I am. I don't expect anything to change or not change or, I'm comfortable. So I don't need to get fucked up to have a good time. I have a good time everywhere I go. Even after Keith died, I have a good time everywhere I go, because this is what I do. I have a good time. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to enjoy myself, and I'm in the moment. So I've had to practice to do that, but that's what I do. I'm in the moment, because there are no, like, on earth, you can have a Lamborghini if you want. You can do that. Thank you for that, Maria. Thank you so much. You can have a Lamborghini. You can have 60,000 pairs of shoes. You can fly to the Hawaiian Islands. You can fly to wherever the hell you want to go. It doesn't mean you're going to enjoy it. I can walk out my door, see something, and I'm going to choose to be happy. That's what I choose to do. That is what I choose to do. I enjoy everything about my life. I'm physically strong, and I'm not whining when I get older about how I've abused my body because I did stupid shit by drugs and alcohol and fucked my brain up and caused problems on my family members because I chose to be irresponsible when I was younger. And yes, I really believe that. So when you sit there in your old, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that. Sloan, I read tarot and my mom says it's of Satan. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So your mom has that born again belief system, I guess, where there are some sects that say tarot cards. First of all, if you look at a tarot card, it's a piece of paper with a picture on it. So the picture itself and the paper itself means nothing. If you don't know what to do with it, it means nothing. Now, if you're asking for information in truth, right? In truth, you need to clear yourself because there are other energies that can come into your space. But tarot cards, pendulums, Ouija boards, writing, all of these kinds of things are backdrops, like paint by number for the information. So it clears the mind in order to receive the information. So technically, if you have psychic ability, because I could show, let's pick another card. I could show this card to 20 different people and they would all have 20 different versions, but which one would be the psychic version? So the psychic information comes to you by viewing the card, okay? So it comes to you like that. So it is a vessel, like scrying, like whatever. It is a vessel for information. Is it evil and of Satan? I guess if you're conjuring up Satan to talk to, yeah, then probably. But tarot cards in and of themselves are not evil. I will say it again. I'm going to say it again. I know nothing about the Bible. The only thing I know, and John told me this so I could put it on a Christmas card and shove it down people's throats every year, is the 3 freaking wise men followed the North Star, which is charting the stars, which is astrology, on the advice of a prophet, which is a medieval term for seer or psychic. They can use crystals, they can use tea leaves. I don't know what they used back then, if they did or not. On the advice of a prophet, and went and found the baby Jesus under the North Star, okay? And they brought gifts of frankincense and myrrh, and probably crystals and a whole bunch of other shit that I don't know about. So all of those things are in the Bible. So how can tarot cards be evil? The evil part of a person's reading is their intention. What are they doing? Are they trying to get information or are they not? Like, are they trying to guide you and trick you? Like gypsy-ish? Like, and gypsy is actually like nationality, not necessarily just like a kooky psychic. So there's like Romani gypsy, that's like an ethnicity or not necessarily an ethnicity, but a group of people born in a certain area, and they're not all bad. But I'll just use it for terms of illustration, a scammy psychic, if you will. Those people, okay, those people have an agenda. So when they're reading you, they're doing it in a way that is probably not helpful and the opposite of that. So you probably, you know, if you read cards and you're doing it from a heart to help people and you're trying to help them, then I don't see what would be the problem with that. Not everybody is evil, even if they are reading tarot, even if they are doctors, even if they are this, even if they are that, doesn't mean it's evil. There's evil and then there's non-evil people. Yeah, they say Ouija boards are a springboard to that. That's what they say. But anytime you're communicating with something on the other side, you don't always know what you're getting, even if you think you know what you're getting, because sometimes they play tricks. Sometimes they say, different kinds of things to you in a weird way, and you're like, wait, that's not my person. Sometimes they butt in. Sometimes they pretend to be your person and they're not your person. So we're never going to know that. You just have to get a feeling from it as the instrument receiving the information, what works and what doesn't work. That's all. But I'm psychic, I'm devout Catholic. You do the math. There you go. Well, the Catholicism is the one that raises money and gives raises for exorcism. Hello, the exorcist. But I still don't think the exorcism in The Exorcist is typical of exorcisms. It could be, but I don't know. Yeah, runes are just a Nordic way of reading. Okay, runes are Nordic. That's how they choose. You can read anything. I read playing cards if I want. I read tea leaves if I want. It's your psychic ability. You're just focusing, like staring. Okay, so somebody asked me about astral traveling just before I go. Astral traveling, if you let your eyes go out of focus. So everybody lie down on your bed, not right now, whenever you're going to lie down on your bed. Lie down in your bed, look at the ceiling. Let your eyes go out of focus. Find a spot and let your eyes like literally go out of focus. And kind of put it in your mind that you want to astral travel. You're in your bed. I'd be in my bed right now, upside down, hanging out. I should do this from my bed, but I can't. I'll just be too sloppy in there. But anyway, you peeled potato skins. It's an opening. I'm part Viking, so there you go. Irish Viking. I got a temper, right? I'm really trying not to have a temper. Thank you, Victoria, for the super chat. And really, or the chat, I don't know if it's, I have no idea. All of y'all, thank you for your chats and your support. But if you let your eyes go out of focus, and you also have to let your I am an Irish, I'm both. But I'm both. I know, the women in our family, we go, we tend to sleep with the enemy, right? So Irish Viking, that's it, a bitch ass with a temper. But when you let your eyes go out of focus, let your eyes go out of focus, let them go out of focus. And then you kind of have to ask to get out of your body. I tend to I can't even describe. It's like an airplane heading for the tarmac. I ground right back into my body, and I'm out of my body very, 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 very quickly. So it's very easy for me. I do think there's a genetic component to it. But if you want to, you have to let your eyes go out of focus, because you cannot remain in the mundane as it pertains to the metaphysical, because they're two different things. So when you're too focused on the physical, your computer, your makeup, your car, your whatever, it's too much. So you got to let your eyes go out of focus. By letting them go out of focus, you relax that part of the brain which is mundane, and you open it up to the other side of the brain, and I forget which side is which. But wait, Germanic and Armenian. There you go. They're shooting everybody in the head. Wait, who is shooting everybody in the head? Who is shooting everybody in the head? We have always called, I don't know. Okay. I almost never leave the astral level. See, exercise keeps me alive. Yeah, CPTSD. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things. Wait, I'm Irish, Slavic, and Germanic, Swedish, and Polish. Excellent. I just did it. I'm Irish, I've got German, I've got French, I'm Norwegian. What else is in there? Something else is in there, and I don't know about it. I'm out of my body. The second I close my eyes, I'm out of my body. I find myself, I shake. When your body shakes, that's you coming back in. When I leave my body, a lot of the time it feels like I'm going through like a fuzzy headache, like fuzzy white noise. And this is what it feels like to me. Plain old Irish in Ireland. That's great. There's nothing plain about that. There's nothing plain about any of us. I'm Cuban by nature. Yeah, I'm Cuban because of Irish and Viking. Right? I got some Scottish too. I'm a mutt. We're all mutts. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I'm Cuban at heart. Well, I'm a Cuban revolutionist at heart. I don't believe in not being Cuban. Yeah, I was astral traveling when I was a little kid. Abused kids do it really easy, though, just so you know that. Abused kids, yes, of course, Drew Barrymore was... Who lets their kid party at age 10 in a club in Hollywood with all the pedophiles? Are you serious? Oh God, there I go. Yeah, don't let it freak you out. Don't. Oh, Native American. Wait, Heinz 57. Half Irish Viking. There you go. English Italiano. Italiano. Um, yeah, Native Aboriginal and West Indian Aboriginal. Oh, that's great. I just fell asleep and woke up. Amazing. I bored you to death. You got a quick cat nap. Bored to death. Yeah. So when you leave your body, any kind of trauma produces it. All the kids at the shelters I worked with over the years could get out of their bodies really easy. Any kind of drug use, you're out of your body. You might not even know you're out of your body. Serial killers, on the other hand, are always out of their body. They're never in, they're here. Thank you. Who sent this? Let's see this question. Thank you for this. Okay, this is Dirt Wolf. Sorry, don't mean to interrupt. Just wanted to send. Oh, thank you so much for that. Thank you. I'm trying to find peace. Okay, I've got to push that back. I'm trying to find peace. That's a cool name, Dirt Wolf. I'm thinking you're a wolf that runs around in the dirt. Yeah, I'm using all of the stuff towards the bents, the forensics, and the reenactment of the accident, which is the last part. So that's what we're doing right now. One of the lawyers is not on the case anymore. So the others, and I'm paying for other things to be done. I actually have to get somebody to come and measure and do, so I know, because I've seen the footage up to 150 feet before Keith passed. Anyway, I digress on that. They say, as obviously, if you leave your body, you're leaving the door open, but I can't help it, because when you are blacking out, no, it's not blacking out. It could be blacking out, but it's not necessarily blacking out. You can do it in dream state, but as I was saying, of all the abused children I worked with for many, many times, okay, over many years in many different places, those kids, while being in abuse, could not be physically connected to their bodies. So they learned how to disassociate, what they call disassociating in psychiatric terms, or disconnection from the physical body, or numbness, or whatever you want to call it, is actually out of body. Okay, so to disassociate, they assume is just in the mind, like they're disassociated, but there's a metaphysical component to the disassociation. So children of abuse, they can leave their bodies very easily. It's just something, and I can say that for sure. Yeah, serial killers are demonic. They're not in their body, so they have somebody. Palm Springs is open, and I love it. It was so fun in the snow. It was so fun in the snow. I love this. It was so fun. It's the best. Palm Springs is open. The tram is open. They've been not cooking at the top, like I said, but the tomato soup was delicious, but you have to eat it on the cold, snowy deck outside, and it was freaking freezing. After you've sweated all the way through the snow to get to the top, and you're trying to beat your time, and I did 5.5 hours, which is my good time. So you're trying to do that. Anyway, Viking is not satanic. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Dirt Wolf. Thank you for that. I appreciate it tremendously. Thank you. You and Jackie, both of you, and everybody on the channel. Thank you so much. I mean, seriously, thank you so much. Is there a racetrack in the city? I don't know. I don't know. In Palm Springs, you've got is it Morongo on the way out? The gambling place on the way to Palm Springs that I pass like probably 20 minutes before I get to Palm Springs. And you've got the outlets in Palm Springs, all the Michael Kors store, boycott Michael Kors. Anyway, you've got all of those places on the way out to Palm Springs. You've got those places. And so I'm not sure. And it's oh my God, why is this doing this? My battery's going down and I plugged it in. Hold on here. Okay. Supposedly Vikings were the Anunnaki. Yeah, we were just talking about that the other night. I have friends that know Enochian. I hope I'm saying that right. It's the language of angels and demons in order to fight them, but nobody can remember it because it's so long ago. I hope this is working. Is this not plugged in and working? This might go dead. I think it is. Laser create Keith's face. No, I'm not going to Keith's face. My Keithy is gone from this physical plane. It was so bizarre though. Like it was the end of September. I think September I think September, yeah, it's like September 29th is when I went with David to, we snuck into San Jacinto. So we parked outside the park and you have to walk 3 miles in. Like that just tortures you on the way out. Anyway, we walked in and I didn't tell him that Keith had passed. I told him when we got there and I was like, you know, I was like, well, I'm going to put Keithy's ashes up here. So when I was climbing up the last part of the rocks, I handed him the ashes and I was like, okay, he didn't even know, right? He didn't know anything about it. And to think 2 months later, he's calling me, telling me his son passed. And I'm just like, I was shocked. I mean, it broke my heart, actually. It broke my heart. I was like, just shocked. His son was 19. So I'm saying prayers for his son. His son's name was Derek, and he was 19. Beautiful young man with a younger brother. So the whole family needs prayers. We're doing that. And then to get a call from Dave, who is not David, and find out his son passed away on a motorcycle on Thursday up in Santa Clarita. And he was a 20-year-old young man, and his name was Braden. And so I'm praying for him and the family, and it's absolutely horrific. It's just both of these young men passing in 1 week. I was like blown away, just blown away. So it's like unbelievable. So in a sense, it's very interesting because, in Palm Springs, how high are the mountains in Palm Springs? It's very interesting. San Jacinto is my favorite, and it's 10,800 feet. But the way that we climb it from 400 feet above sea level to 10,800. And so you're climbing in one climb 10,400 feet. Now, if you do Mount Whitney or any of the larger 14,000 foot mountains, they start at the late 8,000 feet. So you're not climbing that whole way. But anyway, David and I went hiking this weekend. I don't know how he's doing. He's a guy and they handle things so much differently. I do know that Keith has been around Jackie's daughter, which is kind of interesting. So Jackie's daughter has a new friend. Angie has a new friend, and Keith and Angie hang out together and go to Deanna a lot together. And so Deanna's getting all of these young people. So it's very interesting. And you guys earlier heard everything falling off the shelves over there as Keith was in here. So it's quite interesting. Head trauma can. I have a friend, Mike, that was in a near-death car accident, and his mother worked as a psychic, and it's just the funniest interview with him where he's like, I never believed her. I never believed my mother. Sounds exactly like Keith said to me till Cheerio came to him, his friend that was shot in the head. Anyway, you gangbangers in Los Angeles, stop fucking shooting people in the head. You're ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But anyway, Mike had a car accident where he was in a coma and is, oh my God. Yeah, Palm Springs is beautiful. You got to hike that mountain in Palm Springs. I love Palm Springs. I just love it. People were out in their sundresses and everything. Anyway, Psychic Mike had a car accident injury. And after he woke up, he was psychic. And he's just like, whatever that is. Like, he's so like fucking whatever that means. I don't want to be part of it. So it happened to him. He didn't even want to be part of it. My son died, and then my husband died 3 years later. Since I've seen so many sons are dying. Yeah, I know. It's I'm a flat. I am. I don't know what that means, but I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I'm sorry your son passed. Yeah, it's terrible. I was just really sad for my friend. So now I understand the entire connection of I didn't understand because I met like just random out of my social circle, random hiking, but just random. And for 4 years almost, we've been friends. And so now I understand the connection. The connection was over a passing of a son. So it's interesting when you run into people at certain points in your life and this stuff, happens. And it happens to people around you. It can happen to anybody, though. The truth is, as I said, when I was talking about the Johnny Ghosh video that I did today that I may re-edit or whatever, that was very, very interesting to understand that in the 80s, I ran away the same year. It's been 38 years. Wait, no, it's been, hold on. Why am I so silly? I have to add. Well, I ran away in 19, no, I think maybe in 81. When did I run away? I was 14. I'll tell you when I ran away. Hold on. I can't remember. Okay, yeah. Well, then I ran away in 81. I ran away, yeah, I was, yes, I was 14. I turned 14 in August and it was Thanksgiving and I ran away in Canadian Thanksgiving, October. So I was 2 or 3 months into my 14th birthday. So actually I did not run away in 82. I was already out on the run. He was kidnapped in 82. But it's quite interesting because I grew up in Toronto. You left at 17. Yeah, I know. I left. I got out. They wouldn't listen. Social services wouldn't help. And I actually phoned them and asked them how I could get myself into the foster care system again. So I left. My birthday is August 15th. Yeah. So, oh my God. And got chased through school by my mom. Oh yeah. Well, my mom tried to chase me, but at this point I ran. I'd run away a lot since I was a little kid, but this way I ran. Like at 10, I started running away and they would catch me and stuff like that. Jason ran away at 15. He was gone for some time and came back. So that was interesting. But what I was going to say about that is when I was a kid growing up in Toronto, I was very aware and I was told about snuff films and about predators with children and about what children were used for. I was told that, and I was told that actually by my mother about the snuff films that they stole kids. Now, my mother was a businesswoman and my father was a businessman, and they were both like strong people and they were working people. And so they knew about it. I'm not quite sure why the police in Johnny Gosch's case would assume he was just a runaway when his paper cart was found out on the street. It was really actually disturbing. However, when you learn about the Franklin cover-up and you learn about whatever his name is, I've got his name written down here. I wrote that kid's name down, Paul Benaki. I just was like, boom, because I was doing the video. But when you, no, they're not my step parents. They adopted me. And no, they're both dead. I just found out my mother died talking to my cousin who nobody called me 2 years ago. Yes, I should know psychically, except my mother won't come through to me on the other side because she was that kind of mother on this side. She's still that kind of mother on that side. There you go. The person. Oh my God, wait. Interesting. I'll have to read that. Anyway, yeah, no, my mother wouldn't come through. She doesn't come through. Because we don't change. All the psychics and mediums that tell you that suddenly you pop over to the other side and you have wings on your back and that kind of thing, you don't. You are who you are. You know, you are who you are, right? Until you elevate yourself. But I think maybe, what does it mean when spiders appear around you? Oh, that's people doing shit on the astral level to you. That's a form of magic and conjuring when they send spiders towards you. Oh my God. Dirt Wolf, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I don't know what to say. That's so great. I know. That's so super. I know. Totally super. I don't even know what to say. I'm shocked. Somebody won the lottery tonight. I did. Thank you so much, you guys, all of you. Peaceful, you must live in California. Okay, wherever you are. Yeah, no, I was adopted just before I turned a year old. Anyway, my point is I came from a family that doesn't bother to tell me, even though they communicate, some of them with me on Facebook, but they don't tell me till 2 years later that my mother dies. And then they try to slough it off like they couldn't find me, but you're on my fucking Facebook. So I can't play games like that with people. I don't know what to say. Okay, spiders on the astral level. I like spiders too. I have a spider right here in my ear. Izzy gave me this spider before she went back to the UK. So yeah, it's a little spider. Spiders are very creative. Spiders make webs and they do all kinds of things. But when you see do you mean real spiders or astral spiders? Because if you're seeing them and they're not really there, then someone's throwing something at you energetically. Yeah, there are snuff films and there are films that they do, I mean, with adults and people. And the biggest thing, and I don't know why people have a hard time believing that they use kids for all. I've seen spiritual spiders going towards a friend. That's okay. When you've seen spiritual spiders, somebody's throwing, like, I'll use the word black magic or something along those lines at people when you see that. That's not a good thing, okay? That's not a good thing. Of course, I've been to Las Vegas. Everybody that lives in California has been to Las Vegas. Um, oh, I'm sorry your mom died when you were little. 11. That's a hard time. Regular spiders are creative. That's hard for little kids to lose their parents. It's devastating. It's the same as, it's, I think little kids under the age of 20, really, losing a parent, and especially the babies, the little ones, I think that's as traumatic as losing a child. That's what I think. I think so for the parents to lose a child is one of the most traumatic things you can have happen. And for a child to lose a parent is one of the most traumatic things you can have happen. And I feel like that's one of the most traumatic things. Yeah, see, when a parent passes and you're so young, it's just terrible. Spiders in real life are creative. They are pregnant with creativity. They create, look at their webs. Look at Charlotte's Web. Just watch that movie. I love Charlotte's Web. That's my favorite. Yeah, so people who don't believe that there's child trafficking are just, they're ignorant. They're ignorant and it's wrong. They're ignorant. They need to educate themselves because that's not conspiracy theory. That's fact. Human beings are trafficked. Look at the Asians they busted in Los Angeles coming from wherever, I'm not quite sure, could be Vietnam, China, I think it was China. They were bringing these pregnant Chinese women over here, housing them in like townhouse communities. The women were giving birth to the babies. The babies were being sold, and this was going on like crazy. We have coyotes crossing the border with young kids. What do you think they're doing with those young kids? What's a rape tree? The Arizona border. Come on. How can you say there's not trafficking? How stupid, or I'm sorry, you're stupid if you think there's not trafficking. And if people refuse to believe it, sorry, it's true. John of God, research that. Tell your friend to research John of God, okay? Because he was trafficking babies all over the place and kidnapping the mothers and using breeder farms where there's babies born for this kind of thing. People just don't believe it. People think, exactly, that's exactly. People think that the world is the way it's been presented to us. It's not. It's not the way it's been presented to us. Nothing is the way it's been presented. Nothing. So we have so many things. Snakes in a dream can be sexual, can be transformation, can be kundalini, can be all kinds of things. It depends what the snake's doing. It can be representative of your sex life. It can be representative of everything. Yeah, no, I never liked, Wayne Dyer was from Toronto, but everything he said was regurgitated and not really from his own mind. I mean, he had good points. The points he had already been written about and done. I get attacked in my dreams. Protect yourself. Protect yourself in your dreams. Yeah, those things. I got shot. I got shot. I don't even know. Climbing a tree. You guys have good dreams. Let's see. They found and busted pedophile ring recently in Australia. Fantastic. Well, research. Just research. Research. How can you not believe they domestically kidnap adults for like if you need a domestic in your house, because we're all so pampered. We need a domestic. Not me. I showed you the pigsty of the place I have, but meaning I left it all tore up. Yeah, you lost both parents. That's as hard as losing a child, but in the reverse way. I've been shot in my dreams as well. Okay, I haven't been shot in my dream. Does cheap live there? City rents? Wait, I don't even understand. No, trafficking is real. Wayne Dyer was a repeater of other people's research. He didn't do his own thing. He made the regurgitation of the pablum that is pushed to the world. The reason that we argue so much for so many different things about religion is because we're only taught so much. And then we used to have a third eye. Our third eye was open. We used to see by instinct, but it's been shut and blocked. It's been closed. Human beings have been blocked. It's ridiculous. So many things have happened and changed. Go down the rabbit hole of trafficking. Just research John of God. Research John of God. Just do it. What the hell do you think a pimp is if a pimp isn't human trafficking? We know there's pimps. I knew many a pimp growing up because I knew many a girl working the streets growing up. All the time I worked by the hooker track or the red light district, whatever you want to call it. I knew many a pimp. What do you think a pimp is if it's not human trafficking? Why does a prostitute need a man to take her money, dole it out to her under the guise of protection? All she has to do is get a knife and stab someone in the neck if they're inappropriate. I mean, technically, what is that if that isn't really procuring of human people? Exactly. There you go. But what is that? A pimp? I mean, by definition, pimps traffic people. Pimps traffic them in and out. They traffic girls around. I mean, that's common knowledge. That I'm not saying anything here that's crazy. That's common knowledge. Anybody that calls himself John of God and people go to see him, there's a problem with that. Why are you calling yourself John of God? What is that about? What is that about? I have no idea if Spielberg's marriage is real. I doubt it, but I mean, technically they're married. Hollywood beard situation. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what if age age matters when you age. Yeah, it definitely does. But I feel a lot of times. I don't know what to feel about that. Okay. I still hear people going, but Woody Allen movies are great. How can you watch his movies when he's a fucking married his adopted daughter? It wasn't really his daughter, so it's not. Hello, speaking for the entire adopted and stepfathered community. We don't want you having sex with us. We're looking at you as a parent. And the fact that Mia's adopted daughter, actually with Andre Prevon, and then Woody Allen was a stepdaughter, and he started taking naked pictures of her when she was 14 and 15. The fact that she married him also is a problem. She's been groomed, and she totally was groomed, and she was by a narcissist, which Woody Allen is, very immature about. All his movies are fucked up. I never liked them, but I never liked him. Ugly. Why is he talented? We should just cut his talent off because he abused a child. You don't get to abuse a child. That was her. That's who she was with when she married Sunyi or whatever her name is, the stepdaughter of Woody Allen. However, she thought Woody Allen was with her mother. So somehow Woody Allen turned alienated child from parent. And if you listen to Dylan Farrow, she says the same thing, only she's the bio child. So, and what's the son's name? Rowan Farrell is clearly Frank Sinatra's child, just clearly. That ain't no Woody Allen child. Like, Woody Allen is just, the fact that Woody Allen got anywhere in this life, he's disgusting. Mia, I don't know why Mia married him. I can't even tell you. All I can say, we all make mistakes in this world. So maybe that's one of hers. I don't know what to say, but Woody Allen is completely wrong. And the fact that we can't stop him from doing what he did. Oh my God, Tim Curry. That's so interesting. Tim Curry was phenomenal, and he had a stroke, didn't he? Isn't he in a wheelchair? Yeah, of course, Rowan Farrow's Frank Sinatra, a blonde Frank Sinatra, really interesting, kind of interesting, but definitely those eyes, you're like looking at them, you're like, whoa, those eyes are not Woody Allen's. So, yeah, exactly. Tim Curry had a stroke several years back, maybe 5 years or something along those, somewhere along those lines. I don't know what to think of Tim Curry. Yeah, he did have a stroke. I have no idea what to think. I haven't really looked into his energy. I mean, he's very interesting, paralyzed somewhat. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Woody Allen is I just can't understand people's fascination. People will overlook egregious behavior because of artwork. Just egregious. And that's not, he's disgusting. I will not support anything he does. I never did. I never liked him, truthfully. This was only icing on the cake, finding out that he was such an a-hole. I don't know what to say about it. It's just weird. Brooke Shields was tormented by her mother by her own words. They were partners for a long time. Brooke Shields seems like she was indoctrinated into the whole establishment of the sexualization of kids underage. Why do we think it's okay to do that? Why do we think it's okay to do it? Because we've been indoctrinated into it. Us women, like me at my age, it doesn't matter because I'm part of the invisible women scene. All women are really, and I thought so when I was in my 20s. When I turned 20, I actually noticed that, but I come from a background of abuse. So when I hit 20, I hit my adulthood. So I noticed that the men that I was used to their energy around me wouldn't pay attention as much. That's a weird thing to say. When you come from a sexualized childhood, though, and you grow up in that environment, when you hit your 20s, you're kind of aging out. Sounds very strange, but it's true. So there's like something in your psyche that goes like this. But when you hit your 30s, your 40s, or 50s as a female, there's a definite problem in society because women are, literally, basically, women are overlooked and they are just basically ignored. So to most women my age, we're like, yeah, our life is just basically over with in that sense. Okay. So we're kind of, it doesn't have to be over with, but we have to find alternatives. Relationships don't exist for us. I mean, unless we're desperate and we're going to take any man, and I'm not really willing to babysit men in my later part of life or help them establish themselves or parent them or anything like that. But our society has said if you're young, and the younger the better, it's good. So we've been sexualized. No, you can't groom, and yeah, you can't groom. And actually, that's right, you can't. But it's a very sad society because I think, oh my God, there's so many interesting people at different ages, but it's just that speaking as a female, most men aren't attracted because they're taught to be attracted to what they're attracted to. For example, let me give you an example. You're not going to like my example, but let me give you an example. Growing up in Toronto and being in the strip clubs as a young kid, okay? So as a young kid, I was right at the tip in the sex industry when we were going from natural body hair, I'll just put it that way, on women, I'm talking about natural body hair on women to everything being shaved on women, okay, to look younger. It was the beginning of the indoctrination because hair on a woman's body in those areas shows that she's mature to a degree. I mean, sometimes kids hit puberty young, but what I'm saying for the most part, now everything's removed off of a female body, right? So that's prepubescent. So we've been indoctrinated into thinking like hair on your body is bad. So it's interesting. Wait, what if you wear glasses? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I haven't heard them called muffs. Okay, muff divers. Here we go. We're going back to the 80s. But no, but what I'm saying is in the 70s, if you look at the porn industry in the 70s and you look at it in the 80s and then you look at it in the 90s and then you talk to the Kardashians, you know what I'm talking about. So we are indoctrinated into thinking certain things, right? So that's kind of what's been going on, but they guide the public. When we see a celebrity doing it or a porn person and we see the attention, and men don't even know they're being indoctrinated that way. There are men that like what they like, but that's kind of what happens. So I don't know what to say. Yeah, everybody gets abused a lot apparently on this planet. I don't know what to say. Yeah, they weren't legally married. Exactly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I'm telling you, men have been they want, the way I see it, men, not all men, obviously, but the way I see it is they want a commodity when they get married, right? That's what they want. And so when you lose your commodity, which is your appearance, usually in this world, I mean, there's more valuable things, but that just comes from a sexualized background. My opinion comes from the way I grew up. So the way I grew up kind of is the way that I think. And so I try not to think that way, but that's the way that I think. It's the way that all the men that participate in that think as well. So let's see. Oh my God. See, well, you think this. I'm sorry, Latoya. Yeah, don't let it change you, but it's terrible. No shave November. I'm letting my arm hair grow in. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to let my arm hair grow in. I'm going to wear a tank top and I'm going to have my arm hair show. Deal with it. Um, yeah, no, because I was working in the strip clubs. That I ran away from home. That's what I was doing to support myself. People are like, why were you there? Because I liked watching the strippers. No, because I was working in the strip clubs. Back in the day before 9/11, ID could be easily, you know, forged and whatever. So that's what I was doing. And it's true of all strippers. We support our men. So strippers tend to pull in men that need you to pay for them. And so it's just a whole cycle of garbage. That's what it is. Yeah, you have to clear the relationship issues. And unfortunately, there's so many traumatized children on this planet. Okay, I agree. I used to go clubbing at 17. Yeah, there's so many traumatized people who have the trauma from early childhood and don't know how to get rid of it. And the only way to get rid of it is to speak it. You know, I've had family members tell me to shut up and not tell people, and I should feel shame and, you know, all of this. And thinking back on it, when I married John, it was interesting because he told me he would never marry a stripper. But I'm like, you're living with a stripper. So when I think about that, you know, that kind of conversation gives me the message that I'm not good enough to marry just by what I do for a living, which is not true. So it's that kind of a thing, okay? It's that kind mustache march. You guys are cracking me up. I was drunk when I was 13. Oh, yeah, no, therapy is a good thing. No, I'm saying before my husband married me, he said, I would never marry you. You're a stripper, but I was living with him. Do you understand? So that kind of conversation is fucked up. Men have to stop saying that. There would be no strip clubs if men weren't doing that, okay? The women can make money there just like prostitutes because somebody's paying for it. Artistic dancer. No, that was not me. There's nothing artistic about me. I was kind of clumsy and awkward. But what I'm saying is when we have this kind of thing, I drank my father's vodka when I was 3. That's mental abuse. Yeah, it's like shaming me for what I'm doing, but you met me there and you know what I was doing. So, see, but strippers fall into that. Sex workers fall into that. Exactly. We have to actually say, this is just my experience, you asshole. And I'm worth being married. I stuck it right through for 30 years. My babysitter was a stripper. Oh God, that's great. That's great. Yeah, no, that's good. I'm sorry. I'm like laughing. My babysitter, her mom is a stripper coming over to babysit. No, strippers love kids too. I'm too plump to be a stripper. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Because when you're a stripper, you're insecure because you're shamed. Oh my God, I worked at the brass rail. Yeah, but not when it was the cheesy brass rail where they had 75-cent shots. Don't repeat that. My granny is a stripper. Okay, I can't even go there. Naked granny stripping. Okay, granny porn. Sorry, I'm not doing that anymore. No, the brass rail, when they redid it, the Coopers owned it. I don't know who owns it now. The kid was managing it at the time. I was totally illegal to be in there. Doesn't matter. It's years ago. Oh yeah, the strip clubs teach you a lot about men. A lot. Especially when you women or you society has an issue when they talk about the men in business suits talking the way they do about grabbing them by the P-U-S-S-Y. See, now why am I spelling on YouTube when I say what I do? Okay. Well, I don't think it takes any talent to be a stripper. You just have to have boobs and, you know, like a girl body. So I walked in and got a job. That's what I did. The Zanzibar, all of those places. I was all over that city. Fillmore's east and west, but more east than west. I have no idea if the strippers wear masks now. I don't know. I have no idea that they do that. But oh my God, I need a phone pole. You know, you can do your stripping in your house. Oh, okay. So anyway, I did the shower shows at the Brass Rail. I don't know if they still have a shower there, but there was a shower and I thought this was like a good way, you know, I'm just going to shower in public. This was fine in my head. Problem is when you call a woman a whore, and it's the word I hate the most, and it's the word I've been called the most in my life, and I'm the last thing from a whore because I was stupid. I had sex for free. I didn't charge. Damn it. If I knew now what I know at 20, I'd be charging everywhere. But I didn't know they did. I'm telling you, a shower show, you shower in public, you're naked, naked. Fillmore is almost gone. So is West or East open? I was on East. Oh my God, not West. I started Bernie. Oh my God, I can't remember his name. He hired me. Oh my God, I was a waitress and then I went to stripping and he was pissed off and I cannot remember his last name. He was super nice. He gave me the $100 to go buy the outfit. I had no money. He gave me 100. Yeah, we didn't do the lap dances then. We did table dances. That lap dancing shit wasn't around when I was there but table dances, you're naked in a guy's face on a table. What can I say? But you're not on their lap. So, and they weren't allowed to touch you and whatever. Anyway, Bernie that ran the Fillmores, and I can't think of his name. Why would I not be completely naked? What the hell do you think stripping is? I know. And that's another thing. You judge, but when you come from East is on Dundas, that's the one. Yeah, stripper pole is good exercise. I could never really master it though. How you want to look at it is if you are sexually abused in childhood, you're going to take it one of two ways. If you had a family member who abused you or a babysitter or a teacher or whoever it was, and that person paid you to keep quiet, you're probably going to go be a prostitute because you're going to get into that exchange, sex exchange. If you have somebody who is more of a voyeur or an abuser, but you don't want to be touched, you're going to go be a stripper. I was along the lines of the Virgo, don't know. It's a talent. Oh, it's something, all right. I'm more along the lines of Virgo and don't want to be touched. Like you can look, but don't touch. So that's how I want to, that's how I want to word it with that. But you get called. Yes, sidereal astrology is legit. I was doing astrology back then. I was doing astrology all the way through it. When people call you, and it's men that want to call you a whore, they're the reason that there are, quote, whores out there, because it's the men that think we're here to serve them. Now, people will argue the prostitutes have power, the men have power, the strippers have power. I think it's a dance of two very abused, very traumatic people. And I think it's abuse being lived out by both parties, actually. Don't touch what you can't afford. Exactly. Yeah, I feel like it's a child abuse issue on both sides because the men that frequent strip clubs, yeah, hypersexuality is as well. It's so obvious to me. I mean, I understand it. But here's another good question. Aren't men hypersexual? So men are much more sexual than women. I would say it's more of a symptom with women than it would be with men. It is energy exchanging. It definitely is energy exchanging. I would be a stripper, abused from 5 to 7. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, Capricorns are kinky. They're my cross-dressers of the zodiac. It's just because they are, yeah, I feel, okay, I went on that site, which OCD is one of them too. I feel a lot of our society makes these crazy ass judgments, and it comes from people that think it's okay to traumatize younger people. Younger people don't have a voice. They're easy targets and victims. So yeah, that's what happens. I know the sunflowers, oh, there they are. They're so beautiful. They're all standing up. I can't even turn my neck. I'm so sore from my knapsack all weekend. Yeah, it's that way. But what I find is if you work in a strip club or you work as a sex worker and you marry somebody that you know from your profession, you're probably going to end up in a fucked up abusive relationship. That's what I want to say. That is what I am going to say. So I feel like it's not a good thing because you're not dealing with a person who's dealt with their trauma because they're frequenting, yeah, exactly. They're frequenting. Anyway, cancers are freaks. That's true. I did already. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. That's the fun. Burning a white candle is very good. Burning dirt wolf is awesome. I wonder what dirt Wolf's, I can't even say that right, real name is, or non-handle name is. Wait, Celestial, was it accurate? I have no idea. Can you speak more about Capricorns? I love them. Um, yeah, I love them. Most of the dancers I met came from backgrounds of sexual abuse, one level or another. Definitely violence, definitely addiction in the house. And so they come from that, and people don't want to say it. And who was I talking to? I was cracking myself up laughing. I was talking to somebody, and they were saying, they were saying that all the dancers and have the same story. The same story is, oh, I'm just dancing to go through college. And these stupid people believe it. No, you're dancing to make quick money. That's what you're dancing for. You're probably never going to go through college, and you're definitely not in medical school. Maybe one in every so often, but you're surviving, and you have to understand you can't survive like that. So my point in the beginning, without that whole tirade, was our society is based on appearance and youth. And so once you don't have that, you really have nothing, okay? You really have nothing. Okay, Gypsy Girl's going to bed. I'm going to bed too because I'm so freaking tired. I've been talking for too long. I must go. Okay, you guys, I am going to bed. I'm going to bed. Oh my God. No, it's a way to make money. It's a job. Right. Jason's a Capricorn moon. I am going to bed. I'm reading. No, I'm not reading. I'm going to bed. I ate so much after my hike that it's ridiculous. I've eaten so much. I can't stop. I was so hungry. 3 hours and 14 minutes. I must shut the fuck up. I must shut the fuck up. Okay, I seriously must. I'm putting myself on a budget. More coffee. No, I'm going straight to bed. That's what I'm doing. Mwah. Good night, you guys. Yeah, food coma. Bye, you guys. See you later. Okay, who deleted my chat? I did not delete your chat. I deleted nothing. Okay, peace out, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for everything. I said, waitress at a strip club. Okay, bye. Waitresses make a lot of money. They want to convert them into strippers.